I guess I'm live. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me check real fast. See if it actually went. Yeah, okay, sweet. Hey, I'm working on. Oh, crap. This thing's. All right. So, yeah, I'm working on my Sonic cartoon still. This one, I just got done doing the rough work. I'm just going back inking, coloring it up. Then after I get this scene done, I'll have one more and I'll be done with doing character animation for this cartoon. I'm just trying to get a couple things here set up real fast. Here we go. Pop out. Get this smaller. Come on. There we go. Should have done this before I started live, but I just like, oh yeah, kind of deal. Get this sucker in there. Shrink you down a little bit. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Just start getting to work. This is sort of getting a little weird. All right, so if you hear me breathing all over the mic or slamming the mic around, I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Here's I decided to makes Tails' teeth be gross. I just thought it was funny. All like upset, wondering what Sonic's thinking. He's so concerned about what he thinks all the time. Like, Sonic, what are you thinking about? Okay, where am I? I lost my line. There we go. Right there. Way too serious on each line. So when we get to another project, it usually happens. You'll work on an animation. Like you start the animation, I'm like, yeah. And about halfway through, you're like, oh. And close to the end, you're just like, I don't care anymore. And all you're thinking about is the next animation. You're like, yeah, I can get that, and that'll be a fun one. And repeat the process. Yeah. Oh, this sucks now. I'm starting to like this. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. And do I care? Not really. Dun, 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 dun. Sonic backwards is chaos. Ooh, snap! Got the itchy. Okay. Now we'll work on his eyes next. Ooh, oh, they sad eyes. Yay. Granted, Tails really doesn't have like the eyebrows, but I add them just because it helps give him a little more character and well, not character as much. It's easier to show emotion if you can see his eyebrows going up or down, like this or that, or if he was angry, it'd give him a better, easier to show that he's really angry or really sad with the eyebrows. Eyes tell everything. So if I had evil, mean eyes, and I have him frowning, might make him look like he's really angry. But if I have mean eyes, but he's smiling, might be some kind of evil thing to do, like planning, plotting, scheming. So eyes really tell what a character is thinking or doing. So like in animation, if you can get good at eye expressions alone, you can tell the audience a lot more than with the mouth or body gestures. They say the eyes is the window to the person's soul. And you sound crazy. No music. I can't have music. Last time I had music, I was like, yeah, it was a YouTube song. I guess it was one they changed the license on, so you had to credit it. So I just tucked the video down because I didn't want to deal with it. Seems like you get kind of thing thrown at you. There's no way to fight it. You just have to deal with it. Not screw it. I'm just gonna take it down and problem solve. Dun, 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 dun. But I can make my own music by humming. Something on here. I gotta pick up a bit and then yeah. Dun, dun, dun. More eyeballs. I'm gonna grab my headset just in case someone else jumps on. They might. You never know. So I'll just throw those on just in case I start hearing voices screaming at me. All right. Ding. Eyebrows are getting wider and linier. That there. Granted, I shouldn't really actually draw the dark lines for eye reflection, but I already started that, so I'll just stay with it. Get that all drawn in. Oh, fun. You know what? Inking's not bad, though. It's sort of relaxing in its own way. So all you do is just drawing over what you just did. And granted, some people will probably go through and make it more, how do I say, I'll clean it up even more or fix some of the lines more. But, you know, my motto, I'm just too lazy to do that. I'm just like, nah, I'll dodge that. I want to get to other things. My cartoons usually look pretty sloppy. Other people have them like nice and clean and smooth. And wow, that should be on a Saturday morning cartoons back then. Mine look like they've been made by a 10-year-old. The eyebrow and more lines. Tells you're getting old. Super old tells. I'm just rubbing on. Oh. Hope it's not going through that thing too. Gotta check my audio on this, make sure it's even working. I'd be sad if it wasn't working all this time. Just rubbing on. Oh. Hope it's not going through that thing too. Okay, sounds like it's working. Sweetness. And more lines. That eyebrow's a little too far down. I'll go like that. There we go. Yeah. That's a sort of weird shaped eyeball here. But what is it? I don't care. I'm a dragon. Concern eyes. So concerned about He thinks. What Sonic thinks of him. Ding. Huge. Keep growing. So I'm still thinking if I want to throw avatars of whoever helps me in these cartoons to throw them in the background in somewhere. The downside is people keep changing the avatars quite a bit. That I have a hard time. You know, when you're watching the one older one, you're like, why is it suddenly changed? Why does it look like there's some other critter? That's the avatar they had back then. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just have some kind of just a little Calibor guy hiding in the background somewhere, and that's all you have to look for. And someone's on.
That is me.
Oh, hey.
Hello there, sir. So how have things been?
Not good.
Nice, nice.
It's nice.
That is nice.
It's nice.
It's very nice. So which, is this another Sonic animation I'm looking at right here? Or?
Yeah, it's the travesty of a Sonic cartoon. I've already told you that I was working on another one.
Yeah, I remembered. I couldn't keep track of the Sonic movie.
I just get laughed at. I know. So what have you been up to?
Well, primarily I've been working on the whole Hearthstone impersonation thing lately. And it's almost done. I just did all the editing, edited the audio. It was kind of crazy. It's a 25-minute long video.
Wow.
I didn't know it was gonna go on for that long, but I don't know if it's
cutting it down, so
it's been cut down as much as possible. Like I really chopped it up because it's every single minion that has dialogue in the whole game. I thought it was gonna be like 10 minutes, not 25 minutes. I was like, what the?
Gee.
But hopefully people will like it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
the tension span's about a minute anyways.
Yeah, like they have a very low attention span. But from what I heard, if you have a video that's you want to hit the 10-minute mark with YouTube videos or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, 25
algorithm
is kind of
or whatever.
Yeah, 25 minutes is pushing it though. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hearthstone fans will like it, but I don't know if the rest of my subscribers will. That's the thing. So
burn him! He's making too much noise.
How long have you been working on this one?
Like today or
like since you started the project?
I don't know. Probably in June.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No. But why not? Usually generally slow at making cartoons. Some people, holy cow, I don't know how they do it. That's all they do.
Yeah, they have motivation to just work on the cartoon, just 100% of their free time.
Yeah, I'm just like, and it'll look like, extremely well.
Yeah.
Is that all you do? Is wake up, animate, and go to bed?
That's what it
seems like it.
Some people do that. People who do that are kind of unhealthy, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's usually it's like their addiction is just animating because it numbs them, I guess. I don't know. They don't see it as like entertainment. It's like that's their thing they have to do. So.
It's like where if they're not doing it, they feel like they're wasting time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like there's no leisure time. No, that's time I could have been animating instead.
Yeah, that's when it gets unhealthy because then you feel like you're always wasting your time.
Yeah, I mean, there was at one point I sort of had that going. It's like I go and do something else, and I'm just like, man, I could be animating right now and getting some stuff done. Yeah. While you're like, okay, I don't like this. No, it's the biggest curse at doing animation.
What?
When you watch a cartoon, all you're watching is how they did it.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, like look at all those frames they had to put in there, and instead of just watching like this is a good little presentation. You're watching
Yeah.
like the little techniques and all that, and you're like, that sort of ruins it in its
Yeah.
own way. You're like, ah,
I know it's supposed to just be fun, and then you're just focusing on how they did it. It's
yeah, you're like tearing it all apart, like, oh, yes.
What's up, guys?
Hello there.
Same. How's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
Got done with work.
Sweet. End of your
I
shifts just now?
Yeah, it was 7 till 2.
Oh boy.
7 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Fun stuff. I got a new laptop
Oh sweet.
Nice.
earlier this week. I got a Surface Pro 3.
I don't know that.
Me neither.
It's a Microsoft like tablet laptop.
Okay, that's cool.
It's I think it's like, I guess it's like 3rd generation. There's a Surface Pro 4, but I mean, in all honesty, I'm gonna be able to get behind the 3.
Okay.
I don't expect to
Sam,
be
you
doing
need
like
the
huge
best.
level, but
You
I
need
got
the
the
best, ain't it?
Oh, it's pretty darn good. Like the specs on it are pretty awesome. It's $1,000 tablet, but I got it for $600 on sale.
That's
Oh.
great.
It's got a Core i5.
Yeah, that sounds right.
1.9 gigahertz.
Not a
Um,
7.
Quad core.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got what is it? It's got 8 gigs of RAM, and it's got a 256 gig solid state drive.
Nice.
That is a speedy little system. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It beats my PC. My PC is literally run by gas power. That's how old it is.
I was thinking about the same thing. It's like little laptop is better than my rig right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Pro version is pressure sensitive, which I think will be really helpful with drawing stuff on it.
Oh, nice.
Like, so you're drawing on it, like on the screen.
Yeah, on the screen. It's like a touch tablet.
Yeah,
Oh.
a laptop tablet.
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how I'd get used to those things.
Well, I mean, I
Sounds
guess
tablet?
Bizarre. Like
guess
on a
it'd be like-
laptop screen.
yeah. Well, I mean, it has like fixed to it. It's detachable,
Mhm.
so like you can set up like a kickstand. So I guess it'd be like any other like with a screen, you know.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So when you're drawing, I'm sort of interested in that. Is so you can use a pen to draw on it, in a way, on the
Mhm.
screen. That's sort of cool. So you
Yeah.
like say if you're drawing a picture or whatnot, you could just sit down on the like couch, pull off the keyboard portion of it, and just draw on it. You're saying right?
Exactly.
Nice. That'll be comfortable.
Hmm.
Instead of having to sit in this
I
rickety
got super
chair.
I must have just like saw it as an opportunity, just like take it a step up, you know,
Yeah.
because it's so much easier to draw stuff like on pen and paper. You can see where your strokes are going. You can really get intricate in there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like combining that with digital. I think it's gonna really like streamline a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah, it should.
I mean, Tovin did the exact same thing, except he has like no experience using a tablet without a screen, right? He went and bought a freaking like Intuos, didn't he? Or Cintiq.
Yeah, he went.
The
Cintiq.
Cintiqs have the screen. The Intuos does not have the screen.
Intuos, yeah, it's just the pad. He went with the. He had a
That's what I'm
Cintiq.
using. I'm using an Intuos, a large one.
22-inch Cintiq. And he's like, I'm gonna draw better. I'm like, gosh dang it, you can't draw on pen and
You can't draw better. You haven't been drawing at all, you dingus.
right. It was just funny.
At least he's using it, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like Chase. I
Huh?
said instead of Chase.
What do you mean?
Didn't he bought like a tab, was like, oh, I'm gonna start a cartoon series, and then he just didn't do anything with it?
Oh no, he got like a big old 3D animating program. He didn't do like the screen or like the drawing tablet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was Barely knew anything about how to like work the animation, and he's already planning all these big old animations and stuff. I'm like, dude, learn how to use it first.
He is known as a dreamer.
Yep.
That is a
And
dreamer.
they bite off too much more than they can chew.
Mm-hmm.
They realize they have a hard time just making a character move, and they're like, "Oh, screw this!" I'm like, you should just. I was like saying, like, you should just try it out. Don't aim big at the start and see if you can even stomach it.
No.
Just do something small, tiny,
Nice and small.
That's Sam eating.
I'm
Oh, is it Sam?
Yes, how the tables have turned.
Isn't Sam
Cheez-Its.
eating?
It
No,
is
I'm
me
not.
Oh
eating.
my gosh, Sam! I am sorry. It's usually you.
It really is usually, isn't it?
So Cheez-It came out with these 3 new flavors. The nacho flavor, the cheeseburger flavor, and the pizza flavor.
I
And all
love
3
it.
of them. Yeah.
I love how excited you got about it. You're like, this one.
Yeah, I bought all 3 of them right away. I was like, ah, these are great. I love trying. I like it when crackers and chips like taste like things. It's so weird. It's like funny to try them.
My favorite kind of cheese is like the jalapeno one. That one's
Oh
tasty.
yeah. Mhm.
Had a jalapeno cheese curds yesterday.
Oh.
It's like they had the state fair here. And
Hmm.
went to the state fair and ate some jalapeno ones. I was like, this is. The only downside is it really killed off any of the cheese taste, though. Just
Oh.
tastes like gooey jalapenos. I was like,
Mhm.
man, I'm not gonna complain. They were still good, but
Yeah.
normal cheese curds probably taste better.
Yeah, I'm really big on jalapenos, but I prefer them when they're pickled. You know.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah. I
grow any
understand
jalapenos this year. I was gonna pick one, but I didn't grow any this year. I just
that. Hmm.
went zombied and just grew basic red pepper
Cayennes or just red peppers?
or basic chili pepper.
Huh.
But I'll usually dry them out and grind them up in the grinder and use them
Yeah.
back to put on like burgers and whatever else.
Nice.
I remember I tried to grow vegetables and fruit, or vegetables in a garden a couple years ago, and we got everything germinated, everything was going well, and then as soon as we put them in the actual soil, they like died a couple days
Oh,
later.
yeah?
I watered them all the time. They just all shriveled up and died. I don't know what I did.
What kind were they mainly?
I think it was like pumpkins, watermelons. There's
That's-
peppers. There's like
Oh.
every little bit of everything basically, and they all
Yeah,
just
'cause
died.
The ones that don't do well with transplanting is any vine plant like pumpkin, squash, watermelon, peppers. You can get away with peppers, but when you do it, you want to water them really, really well, or they'll just kill over.
Hmm.
And they're very, very sensitive to like the cold. So if it's a little chilly, they'll die out real fast. Usually, like when I do peppers, I'll have them at sort of makeshift greenhouse I have. They do really well in there.
Hmm.
What the hell did I do there?
Colorado is not the place to grow stuff. It's so dry. There's no humidity. Nothing grows.
Oh, Idaho, same.
Yeah.
No humidity here.
No.
It's like, it's hot? Okay, it's dry.
You need,
My
you need like a
tablet.
greenhouse.
What?
You mentioned something about a tablet?
Yeah, the pen doesn't have like the flip it around and have the eraser on the backside, which that's such a bummer. I got so used to that with my other tablet. It's gonna be a while getting used to that.
You just have to have the hotkey for the eraser.
That's the thing. My tablet didn't come with a keyboard, so I need to order one.
Oh, it didn't come with it?
Nah,
So you're
I
gonna
guess
have
it
to
was like
click.
part of the deal. But I mean, for what it is, $600 for this thing is like pretty damn good.
Yeah.
How much is the keyboard?
I'm finding them like different prices. Like buying them from Microsoft, it's like $100. But I'm finding other ones, that go as low as 40. But at the same time, I'm very, very hesitant on that because I've been spurned, by it's like, oh, it's official Xbox controller, official this, keyboard, official that, and you buy it and it's just an off-brand.
Yeah, I mean, usually.
Frick. I don't want to get an off-brand. I want like legit.
Yeah. Other than that, you end up with some kind of thing that sort of works.
Some crap.
Which, I mean, I'd be fine with, I guess, if it works and it's like solid, but I don't want to take any chances, and I want something that's like established. Microsoft is going to stamp their brand on it, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same with like freaking N64 controllers. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, that was always fun. You get the Mad Catz ones that are so
Oh.
bad.
You look at them wrong, the joystick just breaks.
Exactly.
Well, they have those. They want to be cool.
found
They
out,
have
like,
those weird, awkward handles that are like cut off and stuff. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is worse. Why is it like this?
I always found out like the real best ones to get were ones that had like the little metal prongs instead of like plastic joysticks, you know? Were solid, but
I've never
the
seen
freaking
I've never seen any of the N64 controllers with metal.
yeah, I think I got that one online. Finally I was like, screw it, and I went on eBay and bought an official Nintendo one, like a used one, and it's been like dope. Things are like freaking bulletproof. Those things never break if they're officially Nintendo.
I broke them.
Well, I mean, we broke ours, but it was only because my little brother like took scissors and snipped the cord. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, my controller.
Maybe the first generation of them broke a lot. I don't know, because we had like 4 of them. They were all Nintendo ones, and they just broke. Like that, like the joystick itself would get worse and worse to a point where it just sort of just flailing around in there. So, you'd be playing like Zelda, you let go of the joystick, and he's still just wandering off, and not, like either spinning circles or just taking off over an edge and gets himself killed. And you're like, God damn. Thing. So I'm thinking maybe it was the first generation of them that were the toughest.
How do I feel like slipping in here?
What? Sam just died on us.
He mentioned something about the sound, and then now I can't hear him.
Same here.
Dying here.
There you go. I heard you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
All right. Yeah.
For a
Like,
couple seconds.
for a second there,
went
it was like someone took like a cheese grater to the audio there. Some pieces. What I'm like really, really excited about having this tablet, right, is having the portability to record stuff. Because we've got like this pantry under the stairs. And I was thinking about it, and I went in there and I just started shouting. Nothing. It is dead silent, and there's like no like echo. And I'm like, holy crap! It's like gold mine of like recording space. Just there, and I've had no way to harness it, but now I do.
So you got a laptop.
It's a huge game changer.
Yeah. Like, I need to get a laptop so I don't have to drag around that stupid wireless mic. Downside to that thing is you record, you have to go back to the computer, plug it in, download it, and see if it even sounded good. Where a laptop would be great. Be like, record it, turn around, play it, and see if you like it. Or it's like, I'm gonna redo that. Big plus. So
are you working on another Sonic cartoon?
You already told you that. Do I have to keep repeating this?
I asked him that too earlier.
It's like, I already told you.
I was like, is this another Sonic cartoon? And then you asked me that.
It's like,
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
God.
You started laughing.
Didn't.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
I don't. Sam wasn't here at that time.
No, he was. He started like breaking up, laughing really bad.
I don't remember.
I remember.
When was this?
You don't remember? It's in one of my.
Oh, you're talking about a previous video. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought he said this video.
Oh, not this one. It was another one. And Sam's like, I'm like, talk about whatever. And someone asked the question, so how far are you on the Sonic cartoon? Sam's like, what? I'm like, yes, I'm doing another Sonic cartoon. You just break up laughing. You're, I'm like, Sam, shut up.
I mean, that does sound like something I would do.
Another Sonic cartoon.
Like, I get laughed at again.
We're all laughing at you now.
We're not
You
laughing
invite
at
people
you.
over to your party and
laughing
everyone
at
starts
me, like-
laughing at you.
It's more just like the inevitable like situation that you find yourself on a
Right?
cartoon.
Like,
Was this like 4 or 5 after you said, okay, this is the last?
I know, right?
Sorry.
You are
I'm
becoming
playing right
Chris
after this one.
Trellis. You have to draw Sonic.
I got just Sonic. I'm planning after this one is to do another Contra, the second Contra one.
Oh, nice.
Me and Tovin. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I'm looking forward to that. You gonna try to do Rado or just leave it? like at
Most
that?
of it's gonna be traditional, but there's one scene we're gonna do rotoscope with it. It's like when they're in the base and they're moving through it. We're gonna have like his point of view with like pretty much like a shooter. Where you see his gun in front of him and he's running through the second level, shooting a bunch of the people there. Did my audio just die?
No,
Everyone just vanished away.
I can hear you.
Maybe I said
I
on
can hear
the audio. Yeah, I said on the audio control. I was like, everyone's fading away on me. But yeah, that's the idea, anyways.
You ever get those people who try to get all controlling over your content you make? You should make this. You should. They try to hint at you, like, you should stop doing these kind of videos, and I think it would be good if you started doing this and this and that.
Yeah.
It's just because they want to see that, so they try to hint at it, like, you're not. I want you to do this instead of that. They make it sound like it's for your own good, but really it's just because they want to see.
No pressure, just a suggestion.
Yeah. My friend does
Passive
that every
aggressive
day
asshole.
to me. Like, every day we hang out. He's like, I think you should start doing the more Team Fortress animations again, because isn't that, they're like, oh, I did a Hearthstone video, got almost 2 million views, and this got that. Okay. Well, you should do a Team Fortress animation, because this and that, because they don't like those videos, they like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just, they want me so bad to make this thing. Like, I'm sure there's someone who's talked to you about it's like a passive aggressive thing. They just keep hinting at you to do something just because they want that for whatever reason. They're just obsessed with that thing. So it's annoying. It's just like make your own channel, okay? Just do that. Don't just you make your videos, I'll make my videos. Jeez.
I saw something like that, and it was remarkable. I was watching a YouTuber play through Dark Souls. And he does like stuff like that, and then he'll do art. We'll just have like a commentary as he draws it, and then he'll also do animations. And he had a friend on with him when he was playing Dark Souls, and he was talking about the lore. And I swear, like every 10 minutes, his friend would say, "Oh, now you got to do an animation about that." Ha ha ha. He's like, "Nah, no." And you could just tell he was getting super uncomfortable about it. He's like, "No, stop." It's like, I got an animator.
Just hinting at him, hinting at him to do it.
Yeah, I've had stuff like that, but not as severe as a friend constantly repeating,
Every
"Hey,
day.
you should make this. Hey, you should make." No.
It's like, yeah, you should. I mean, your streams are okay and all, but that's not what the viewers want to see.
Me and them?
Yeah, I do have another guy who keeps pestering me to join my streams, even though I don't know him. He keeps saying, "Oh, you should add me in." Haha, just kidding. Next time, you should add me in. Haha, just kidding. Haha, just. There's only so much haha, just kidding you can say. But there's a certain point where there's a kernel of truth to the joke. It's like, if they say it over and over and over again, it's like, oh well. Nothing you can do about it.
No.
Except cover your
Nothing
ears.
you can do about it at all.
But I mean, with the Team Fortress thing, I feel like the Hearthstone's doing better, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that didn't matter to him. No, you should do this instead, though. So I was like, shut up. You do it.
I think it'd do it better. I think it'd make it no. Look at, a Hearthstone in just a little bit of time got 1 million views. I think that speaks enough.
No, you should do a different video anyway. Just do what I said so, just because I said so. That's basically the logic. It's just I want to bring it up with him, but he's so what's the word? Like he's so sensitive. Like he would hold on to it forever, and he'd see it as me insulting him. Like, oh, remember that time? Like I don't know. It's a tricky situation. I want to bring it up so he stops doing it, but I feel like he'd never let it go forever.
Now, as he's watching this,
Bruises like a banana.
Yep. Well, did you say freezes like a banana?
bruises.
No bruises.
Oh.
I mean,
that would make sense because bananas can't move, so that would freeze up like a banana.
You ever put a banana in a cold fridge?
dude, we gotta do that on the next art stream.
Well,
It's like
Frozen banana.
yeah, like a frozen banana, like a banana getting caught like stealing something or something. I don't know.
When should our next stream be?
I don't know.
I'm
Whatever.
free all today and tomorrow
Well,
night.
tomorrow, I mean, today I'm going over to friends and doing game night. I'm hosting
Okay.
a Warhammer Quest game.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. We're trying to get through the Chaos Temple.
It's fine.
So is there is there like a like an established like rule set for like campaigning, doing stuff like that, or you just like modify the regular skirmish rules?
Oh, this is like it's an older game. It was made in like either late 90s or early 2000s. So, and the game, I mean, they redid the game, but no one wants the new game because they really modified it so much that no one really likes it. Like if you could, even my set, if I was to turn around and sell it, like when I bought the game, it was about $60, and I could turn around now, even in the condition it's in, and people will pay about 400, 500 right in there somewhere
Whoa, nice.
for the game.
So it's like
Awesome.
all inclusive, like in a set. You don't use your other miniatures for it.
Oh, you are encouraged to buy more. It comes with so many, but whatever you have in the Warhammer world, you can like bring into it because they have like massive amount of stats for like all the monsters throughout the entire game. Thrown into it. What's this?
Metal Gear Owen.
So it makes for some fun little games you can play. You got your characters.
Did you ever try? Oh,
Go ahead.
did you ever try Space Hulk?
I played the first version of it, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it.
Because the problem with it is it's a hurry kind of game. You got to keep moving fast. And so investigation, like trying to like play the role-playing portion of the game, it's definitely not in that kind of genre. It's just run and gun kind of game. That's it.
Oh.
If you stop and stall, the gene stealers will just consume your guys. They'll just tear them apart real fast.
Yeah, I've been doing a Dungeons and Dragons game since like last November, and I've been the DM, and it's almost over. There's like gonna be one more session. Last session was supposed to be last Wednesday, but it went on for so long, like we didn't have time to get through everything. So it's fun and all. It's so overwhelming at a certain point, constantly coming up with what's gonna happen next week. For that long, I'm just done with this already. It's fun. It's just oh my goodness.
I'm curious, like how you set up. Do you have so much of the story written down that you want for like a couple sessions, or do you like already have like most of the plot of what's going to happen throughout the entire campaign sort of drawn up, or not like drawn up, but like storyboarded in some way? Like, okay,
no, I have like beginning and end basically set up, and then every week I just kind of I try to come up with as much as possible for the next couple sessions, but it's usually just one session at a time. Because I really have to cater to what the players are doing, because they do so many things that I don't expect that changes the plot a lot. So I have to kind of build it around what they're doing. And if I learned anything with being a DM, it's you want to have a good balance between having stuff planned out and letting the players do what they want. You don't want too much of either one. Because if you have too much planned out, now you're just railroading and it gets annoying.
Yeah.
It's too constrained. But if you let them do whatever they want, now it's basically just Gmod now. It just kind of it won't become fun because they're at first the first like 5 minutes it'll be fun, and then right after it's like, okay, we have no consequences of what we're doing. This is getting boring. So it's like you have to find that balance, and it's really tricky. But
I heard like from game, like, you know, doing that kind of stuff. Try to avoid all possibilities. To never say no. It's like you don't want to like tell them they can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do
Yeah.
that, because then they end up just like, oh, okay, well, you're going to lead us by the nose where we need to go at all times. So
Yeah,
what's the
and that
point?
gets annoying
Yeah.
too. Yeah, it's like, what, this could be any game. Why are we playing an RPG? The whole point of an RPG is,
Allow stuff.
yeah, you have a say in like what happens and stuff. So, but again, you don't want them to do everything they want either. So that's
Yeah.
what makes a good DM, is if you can balance it. So, but yeah, they keep this one guy. He's really funny and he's cool and all, but he knows so much about the game and he asks so many questions that throw me off and stuff I didn't have planned out. Like they go to the dock, like the porter guy at like the ships, and then like they ask, okay, I want to know, is there a captain here? What's his name? This and that. Like the dock person should know all that stuff. It's like I didn't have this whole list of stuff set up for this one character. But he keeps throwing me off, and I can't argue with it either. Like, I have to kind of just pull something out of the air, and it becomes really stupid. And I don't know.
Yeah, playing on the fly.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then it becomes stupid because it's like I didn't have time to plan all of this out. It's just crazy. But again, I can't argue with it because it's like, well, yeah, he should have a captain he knows, shouldn't he? It's like,
Yeah.
that's what's throwing me off. I'm just getting tired of it now. But and then they want to do another RPG after that. I won't be the DM, but they want to do a new game type. So not Dungeons and Dragons. I'm used to Savage Worlds, and I just got used to Dungeons and Dragons 5. I tried Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. And now they want to do a new one. Okay, this one's called Shadowrun. And okay, now we're going to do this. It's like, I don't want to relearn. I don't want to relearn. I heard it's good, but I don't want to relearn everything all over again for the 4th time. It's like,
Is it the newer version of Shadowrun?
I don't know. All I remember is that it uses all D6s or something. Something like that. Like you have multiple D6s.
Yeah, like the newer Shadowrun I've heard, I looked into a little bit. It's sort of weird, but cool in its own way.
Yeah, I've heard good
It's
things
all
about
the
it.
action-
It's just, I
You
just
have to do
don't-
it by this like sort of action, like your points, and the more points you have, you spend. So if your guy was fast enough, you could actually do two actions in one phase.
Yeah, that's it. And you can fail and succeed at the same time.
Yeah,
If you,
like
so it's
okay.
Critical
So
failure.
I want to open. Well,
Success.
it's sort of a Bane and Boon kind of world they use. It's like you could be like, okay, I'm gonna try to open this door with an aggressive stance into it. It's like, okay, so you're trying to hurry and get it done. And so as you open the door, you open it, but in the same time, like you succeeded, but because you failed on the boons or whatnot, no, the banes, I mean, you make a lot of noise or you break the door in the process, and it you know, alerts people. Or another
it's like,
another way would be like, I'm doing it conservatively. You open the door, but you took so bloody long time doing it that, you know, someone ended up coming to the door or walking through the door as you were trying to open it, kind of deal. And so the game master sort of has to hurry and throw that kind of stuff in there, which makes it, you know, it makes it interesting in its own way. But I understand what you're saying. Like, it's a whole nother slew of rules to have to remember.
yeah, because we just did that again. We did Savage Worlds, then they wanted to play D&D. Okay, I learned D&D. I think, okay, now we're going to do Shadowrun. And so I'm like, no, I don't want to relearn everything because it takes me like 3 or 4 sessions to get used to it. And then I don't want to make a character. It takes me 3 hours to do it because I have to look at all the little details and all the little rules. And like, let's just find something we like and play that for a while. I want to keep hopping around, just trying new things over and over and over again. It's just like, I'm not used to it.
It's like right now, like in sessions we have just with my group, we got Warhammer Quest, we got Hero Quest, we got D&D, we got Star Wars Imperial Assault, and they do want to try Shadowrun as well. And I swear there's 2 more. Dungeon Saga, so that's 5 of them. I'm trying to think. What's that one called? So there's 6 of them, but I can't remember the last one. I played it for a while. Whatever it is, something Unleash.
Sonic Unleashed.
No, no.
Your next cartoon.
God damn.
It'd be like, oh, it's War Machine Hordes Unleashed.
Huh.
That one's sort of weird, but we're not a big fan of it because they overpower the weapons way too soon in the game. So armor, defense, all that just sort of goes out the window.
I'm not a huge D&D fan. I think it's okay, but it's so complicated.
Yeah, sometimes
you really have to know everything about it to have fun. All the players need to know what they're doing, otherwise it just gets so confusing. And oh, whoops, I was doing that wrong the whole time for like 6 sessions, and oh, this, and then like I'll plan this whole thing. Okay, I have all these monsters are gonna fight. It's gonna be a really hard battle, and then okay, so I just got this new ability. They all have to make a charisma saving throw, or else they'll be in fear and they'll all run away. Charisma. What? You need charisma to not be scared? Like, what?
Yeah, like a charisma save?
Yeah, for fear, though. It's like, why would... That doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't that be like a fort save? Or like a... What is it called? I don't know, I can't remember. There's another word for... not a wisdom save.
Not a fortification. What version are you playing?
It was D&D 5. So they
5?
call fort something else. But... Whatever it was, there was another thing to check for fear, but then he just pulled this thing. Oh, this new ability that I never heard of before. Now they have to make charisma saving throw. Of course, the monsters don't have charisma. He was a paladin, I think.
Oh,
it was just weird. I was like, what the? And then I list all. They got through the battle so quickly. It's like, how does that make sense? It's just like, I don't know. You really have to know all the spells and just everything about it if you want to have a good time in the game. Otherwise, it'll
everything, or does he have to like have a blast area to hit it?
It was like everything, all the minions. There's just like stupid crap. Like, oh, I cast this ability. There's nothing they can do about it. What? Let me read that. And I look at it. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's just like they just stuff like that. They keep throwing me for loops and stuff. I don't. That's what annoys me. I love Savage Worlds. It's not very well known, but that's a really fun RPG system. It's somewhat basic, but you don't need to constantly be writing stuff down and crossing stuff off. You just use counters as your wounds and. It's fairly simple, but it's not too simple. It is complicated enough, and you can keep track of this. Savage Worlds, it's called. That's my favorite one I've tried.
I'm still a big fan of Magic.
Is Magic a RPG system?
Card.
Yeah, the cards. You know, your brother and that one guy, the cheesy guy, got all those like 17 decks or whatever, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
I remember my brother got into that, my oldest brother. It's like, man, you should do it, you should do it, you should do it. And he kept repeating I should do it. And I, like, okay, I'll watch a game or two. So I watched it. What do you think? I'm like, meh, and just got up and walked away. I don't know why. For some reason, card games are not my thing. I have a hard time, really. I have to have, like, something visually there that I can run. If that makes sense. That's why I like sort of like miniature, like the battle games and whatnot. Where
I played Magic for a little bit just because my friend bought me a bunch of cards, and it's it's a really good card game. But if you're not into card games, you're not gonna care about it. So that was kind of like me. I was like, I just never got into it because I can't keep up with everyone. Oh, I have this new card. It's even better than your card, so you lose now. And I'm not gonna keep buying the new cards over and over and over again. I'm just like, whatever.
I remember my brother had this one card. It was just stupid. He'd throw it down, and all he did is flip a coin, and that's determine who won.
Goddamn, really?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name of the card, but you just throw it down, and just a 50-50 shot. You win or they lose, kind of. Or, you know. But, yeah.
Not be a real dick. As if, you know, he puts down the card, flips the coin, and if he loses the coin toss, he plays an instant card that negates it. He's like, oh, I played this. It never happened. Like a real sore loser.
I remember when I was younger, I played Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That was like my thing in like elementary school.
Yeah, me and my brother
But
did.
it was so it's so stupid because there's no system behind it. They can just make the cards whatever they want. It doesn't matter. Like Magic has a system, like the mana cost and what you have to sacrifice.
Land.
And land. It's like it's like if you want a really good card, you gotta have a lot of sacrifice. But in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's just like rarity. If this card's, it's just a really good card. It's super powerful. And it's like, it's just really rigged and cheap. And then my brother would keep getting these super rigged new cards that I couldn't keep up with. And they kept changing the rules and adding stuff. And I just, my old deck was so bad by then, I just gave up on it. So it was
Yeah, pretty much.
Magic, even like the older decks. Well, I mean, in Magic they do like systems,
like,
kind of like
yeah, there's
they have like
different,
old
like,
cards that. Yeah, like there's certain cards that can't go up against other cards unless you're doing like legacy mode or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not like, oh, you have an old deck, well you just lose against everything now. It's like you can still go up against other decks. It's just because there's an actual system behind it. It's not just whatever you want. So it's I don't know.
Yeah, like the way it works, right, is they deliberately like they'll put out new sets where they have new cards, but they'll also reprint older cards, and that's how they keep rotating in like the older cards. Like if you're playing like standard, you can't play anything you want. You can only play like
The last
up to like
couple
10,
of
yeah, the last like
expansions.
10 or something.
Yeah.
I think like modern's like the most recent few, but if you're playing
Okay.
standard, you're pretty much set because at one point or another, there's most likely like your really good ones are going to be reprinted. So so long as they're like recent and up to date, you can play anything. And there's some bomb ass cards that they're freaking ancient cards that you could get like 10 years ago that are still viable. Whereas like I agree with freaking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Like if I even like attempted to play with any of the cards I had when I was a kid, I'd just get laughed at and like, all right, I play this one card and you lose all your life points. Oh. And they're like, you stupid! If you just played any of these like 30 cards that you could open up in a booster pack, you gotta stop that. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
Like, retarded.
I guess it's a good business move because they force you to keep buying all the new cards. But it was just that's what annoyed me. They were so rigged at a certain point. Like 4 stars, you can get 1600 attack minions, and later it's 1700 attack. Now there's a bunch of 1800 attack. Now there's 1900 attack. Now there's like 4-star 2100 attack, but it's still 4 stars. You don't need any sacrifices. Like what the crap is this? It was just like stuff like that was annoying me. Yu-Gi-Oh is just whatever. It was a pretty fun game. I remember when I played it though. I had Relinquished, and I had
Oh yeah.
all those like cool like minions. I don't know. It was just awesome. Monsters, I guess they call them.
Me and my brother, we did was we just bought like the starter decks and we just traded like a bit with our friends.
Yeah.
And that's how we rolled, bro.
That's basically what we did too. We just traded with friends and what they had. and-
Screw that,
got-
man. Pogs are the way.
Freaking Blue Eyes White Dragon. I didn't have anything that could beat that card. Like I got Josh the like the Kaiba deck, and I got mine the Yugi deck, and like the strongest card in my deck was freaking Dark Magician.
Oh, that Dark Magician was cool. I
It
remember
was
that.
cool, but Josh just plays Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he's got 500 attack points more than freaking Dark Magician. I'm like, well, frick.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, but it has more star points. Yeah, it costs the same sacrifices though. Who cares? It's like. Remember Red Eyes Black Dragon? He was cool. That was like my favorite card. He
I
was
like
awesome.
the fusion between that and the Summon Skull.
Oh
So cool.
That was you could do the fusions and stuff.
But all it does is it gives it like 300 more than either of them, so it's like 2800.
And it's such a hassle to do
It's
it
like,
all.
why? It's only 300. I'd rather just like give it like a sword like equipment that gives it like 700 and just keep.
I know. Yeah.
Gosh darn it! Yu-Gi-Oh pissed me off as a kid.
Me too.
Did you ever like play like like bullshit rules from like the anime where it's like, oh, they did this in the anime, so I'm gonna sacrifice this guy and
Yeah,
this guy.
there was
And
one
there's,
that was like, I
no
discard
way
this card so I can draw a card. It was something like that. And I actually did it and I got away with it because I was like, oh, I saw it in the show.
There was this one card, right, where he's like, I sacrifice my elf and I get 1,000 life points, and I'm looking at the card and there's nothing about that, and so we're like, oh, he did it in the show, so let's gonna do it.
On the show, there was no descriptions on the cards. It was just like, let's do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh, they break all the rules. You know, they set it up so perfectly. It's like, oh, I just happen to draw this card, and then that card. Oh, I can play this, and then oh, it doesn't say anything, but I'm gonna do this and do this with that. I'm gonna use my Stone Soldier and attack the moon. Like, you attack the magic card. Whoa, and now my cards are broken because the sea's no longer there. Oh, and it's like, what? There's an episode, right, where he's like playing against like this fisherman guy, right? And he's got all these sea creatures, and he's like, I played this sea land card, and it increases their attack points by like 300 each. And you can't attack them because they're in the water now, haha. And so he's like, I'm gonna attack the moon, and takes away the tides. Now there's no more water, and now your creatures can't do jack anything. I'm gonna attack them all. There's still like 2,000 attack points, but I'm gonna attack them. It's like an 800 and kill them. LOL, you're dead.
Sounds like a horrible game.
It is.
The TV show, card game was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine. Sounds like it's like little kids in the playground just making up rules as they go along.
Super armor. I'm invincible now.
I'm invincible now. No, well, I'm gonna like saying, attack the moon. I win.
It's like playing Army Men. Where it's like, I'm gonna have this guy throw a grenade and kill like, I don't know, 7 of these guys. That was like the best. You just get like the bag of Army Men. You set them up with like Lincoln Log Fort. And you just like, all right, you take turns. This guy shoots that guy. All right, this guy shoots that guy. All right, this guy has a grenade, so he's gonna throw the grenade, and I don't know, kill these guys over here.
Just make up whatever you want. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna post this video into the video chat.
Okay.
This is the scene I'm talking about. Keep in mind that the moon card is a magic card, so it's not an actual monster or anything. So there's no freaking way that you should be able to attack this thing.
I didn't get a link.
Oh really?
I saw something post up, and then, but I'm actually at the chat. Oh, there it is. It's on main video post. There it is. The music starts right now.
Isn't this freaking great?
It's amazing.
It's like a treasure of like script writing.
You destroy the moon.
The freaking annotations. It's like, what the fuck? Did you see that annotation pop up?
No, I have them turned off.
Oh, if you have it on, like, as soon as he says, I haven't attacked the moon, it just pops up in the bubble, like, WTF?
Destroy the moon! And everyone dies on the planet.
Okay, that was...
That's retarded.
Season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Really was. Oh my gosh.
That was just... like, well, I'm just gonna destroy the moon now. I was like, I didn't know that was part of the rules.
It isn't. There's nowhere in the rules that says you can do that. It's like a... Gosh, darn it. Make up their own stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like Kaiba will make the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, right? And Yugi's like, oh, I can't destroy it, like, the entire thing because it's got, like, 6,000 attack points. But what I'll do instead is I'll just destroy each head individually. Bam, bam, okay.
I don't know
So-
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, Trellis doesn't know Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's like, oh my gosh. I have
It's
no
like,
idea.
oh, I used Monster Reborn and I revived one of his heads. So now he's got 3,000 attack points. Ha!
So as for the Hearthstone Impressions thing, I finished it. I'm working on adding in the cards as overlays,
Aw.
and
Yeah, as
it's 25 minutes long.
Way
boy, there's
too
much of that
long.
to say of
How
it.
much time did you spend on each minion?
Well, it was just one each battle cry, so maybe like a couple seconds each. But sometimes I would have to.
Crap, but
I forget.
25.
Yeah, it's like it's a really long video. There's so many. It's every single minion in the game. I didn't know it was gonna be this long. I thought it was gonna be like maybe 10 minutes at the most. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I even spliced down each minion like as much as possible. Like I did so much editing. But oh well. It'll be quite the watch. Hopefully.
Yeah, have fun with that.
It's like, only thing I'm worried about is the attention span of people.
I know.
Kids will wander off. Like just on my videos, I was looking at the common amount of time they'll watch my animations is about 1.5 minutes. That's like their length.
Yeah. Very short attention spans.
Yeah.
They must hate Double Dragon.
Huh?
I said they must hate Double Dragon.
I must.
That's the best one.
Freaking Daily Third. Get the frick out of here.
Daily Third?
Yeah, you got the Daily Third on that.
Aw.
I think. I don't know.
Probably
I
not
remember
even
attention-wise, it kind of flopped. Like Tom front paged it, and then he did that banner thing when he was testing it out, like the really giant one. It was pretty cool. But
I mean, it's pretty cool, but I think that was the guinea pig to the banner. No one clicked on it. I was like, oh. I remember Tom was like, I might have made a mistake here. It's like, it's fine.
I mean, it's back again, so I mean, I guess it was before its time.
Yeah. Got Mario one on there right now. I wonder if they get as many views on that, or
On what?
is it on that banner?
I don't know. I have not paid attention to Newgrounds at all for months.
What?
I have it bookmarked onto my page just so I can read notifications and stuff, but I don't actually browse around there anymore.
I think I check it like once a day.
Mm-hmm.
But only if I have any messages or notifications.
Yeah.
It depends what's going on. Usually, at least once a day, I'll stop by and look and see if being said or what might be on the, like any kind of cartoon on there that might pique my interest. Dun-dun-dun. What sound like anyway? Sound like the old reading rainbow noise coming from Sam.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's my text alert.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's really
like,
good.
dun-dun-dun. I'm like, oh, is that noise? That's when the kids are talking about like reading a certain book. Kept having that noise pop up every time I went to the next kid.
Yeah.
This one's about the little elephant that couldn't do anything right. It's a good book. He dies at the end, but you can read it. I don't want to spoil it. You just spoiled it. You said he dies at the end. Do things like that. Dun, dun.
Oh my gosh, those are some lips on Tails right there.
It's like he has some teeth problems too, like gapping at the bottom.
It's just like it goes back and forth between each frame. He's like has 4 teeth and 3 teeth, 4 teeth, 3 teeth.
Yeah, let's see here. Somewhere there, I was like, screw it. I'm fine. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. There's supposed to be a gap in there. I must have missed that one there.
I don't know why, but like for days I've just been thinking about that guy you said who ate the whole pizza like in a few minutes.
Oh,
Wait.
It was like all right, tell the story.
Is this
the
a
pizza
video?
guy?
Or...
That's when I worked at. That's when I worked at the J.
Oh, I might have heard it, but tell it to me anyways. I'm intrigued.
So I was doing maintenance, and this big guy. I mean, looked like a pear. That's the only way to describe him. He had a pear body, like sort of thin on top, but just everything just sunk to the bottom of his body.
Huh.
Anyways, so he sits down at the table in the trucker's lounge, and he has one of those full-size pizzas. I mean, it's a pretty big flipping pizza. Like, usually in a setting, it has like 8 slices, and usually in the setting, I can eat about maybe 2.5 before I'm done. If I eat any more, I'm gonna throw up, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So he sits down. He has a bag of Funyuns, a big old fountain drink with him. Sits down. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Didn't really take too much attention. Just like, that's a fat guy. He's gonna eat all that pizza. I'm like, all right, it's gonna take him a while. So I go in and clean the shower. Yeah, I go in there. I start cleaning the shower, and it took about 5 minutes for me to go clean the shower out. I come out, the guy's licking his fingers. I'm like, what? And he's like, that's it? That was only a taste. I'd buy another pizza or another one if they weren't so expensive. I mean, he ate the entire pizza. He ate all the Funyuns, and he was like downing the last of this fountain drink. I was just.
Wait, he had eaten how big of the bag of the Funyuns was it?
It was like a normal sized bag of Funyuns, like not like a little tiny 25 or 50-cent bags. It's like your average sized bag of Funyuns.
Medium ones.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, and he downed everything in like 5 minutes. So and I didn't see him do it, so I'd like to see how he did this. Like he rolled the whole pizza in a ball and.
Find like a security footage and get that uploaded on YouTube.
A guy that can eat a. Oh my gosh, I was confused.
It's just the image of you walking out and he's licking his fingers and it's all gone.
Oh god. Like, how do you think he ate it that fast?
I don't know. That's why it's so funny.
The only thing I can think of is grab the pizza, just rolled it into like a burrito, this big giant pizza, and just started like shoving it down his throat, just fisting it down his throat, just and then grabs the Funyuns.
He just shotguns the pizza.
Yeah, just boom.
He puts all the Funyuns like in the pizza, yeah, and starts eating them all. Oh my god. That's
probably how he did that. He probably threw all the Funyuns in there and crushed it up there and just fisted it down his throat.
That was only a taste.
That was only a taste.
Only a taste of my appetite.
It was just, I'm like, how the fuck? The only other way I was thinking like how he could done the Funyuns, but I think he probably did throw on the pizza. It was like he literally put his mouth over the Funyuns bag, so they're still there and he just inhaled it. Now went to his mouth and then swallowed.
He's like crushes the entire bag and just inhales it. It's like vacuum mouth.
Oh boy.
Freaking then macaroni man, I hate that dude.
Macaroni man.
Macaroni man. This is a good one.
Well, that one.
Tell me.
Just a guy So I was cooking at the time, and our machine broke down that cooks the macaroni really fast. So I had to go the old way and like boil it in water and whatnot. So this guy comes in and they're asking him like, "What would you like to have?" And he's like, "Oh, I want macaroni." It's like, that's gonna take a little while, but I want my macaroni right now. Kind of thing. And they're like, well, it's gonna take about 10 minutes before you have macaroni. This guy's like, just remember, this guy's about 65 years old. He starts stomping his feet. His head kicks back literally like a 3-year-old having a tantrum in a store. Like, I got my neck around it. It starts like literally crying. I literally just turn my head away because I'm like biting my lip from not blowing up on this guy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen anybody such a freaking baby in my life. And he's
an old baby.
Yeah, it's like he's literally having a freaking little child switch. And it's, oh my gosh. Needless to say, it irritated me so bad. I got the macaroni done, got a scoop for him, and left him a present on top of it.
Oh, goddamn, for real?
Yep.
Oh, it seems a little more saucy than normal, does it?
It's saucy. You know, you don't piss off the guy that cooks for you. It's all I
No, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
You never act like a dick to the person that's making your food, or else you're gonna be eating it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm like, you're evil. I'm like, he deserved it. Every single damn bit of it.
I understand.
Again? Alright, you got it. Alright, amigos. I got a jiggity jet.
I'll see you later, sir.
Alright.
It was fun.
You guys... Mm-hmm.
Sarah,
it was fun.
What?
Sam, 1,000?
Who's Sarah?
Yeah. What? Who's Sarah?
Who's Sarah?
What?
What about
Is that what
Sarah?
Ben just said?
No.
Or did the audio
Who's
cut out?
Sarah?
All it sounded like he said is Sarah.
Oh.
Like, see you later, Sarah. I'm like, what?
See you later, Sarah.
No, I said, see you later, sir.
It sounded like you said Sarah. I'm like,
No,
am I
there's no
missing a
Sarah
joke here?
here.
Okay.
No Sarah here, unfortunately.
Alright.
Alright, I'll catch you guys later.
Alright,
See
later.
ya.
Yeah.
Now the fun's all gone.
No, it's all gone.
Oh no.
Now you're stuck with the boring peoples. What's this? Mom eats pizza and 6. I'll watch that later. Sam, I had to go find a video of somebody eating a pizza in a minute.
Yeah. Are there people? How many people are watching this stream?
Probably no one. Yeah, no one.
Oh,
So it's just
well.
like us talking.
That's fine.
Oh well. Oh, what Sonic is backwards?
What about Sonic being backwards?
You know what Sonic is said backwards?
What?
Chaos.
That's creepy.
I was like,
It
chaos.
sounds like chaos, like chaos
It's like
emeralds.
chaos.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, okay.
I think they were
Maybe
planning that
because
all along.
they planned it all along.
That's why you called him Sonic.
About that.
No, that's
I
there
guarantee
were no
they-
such
it's
thing
just-
as Chaos Emeralds in the first game or two, right?
There is emeralds. I'm not sure if they're called Chaos Emeralds, but in the very first game you got emeralds.
Yeah, I think it was a later thing where they came up with the title.
Might have been. I'm not gonna rule it out as no. 'Cause I don't know.
Yeah.
So what going back to D&D and stuff, since I don't know
Uh-huh.
anything about Yu-Gi-Oh or any of that stuff. So I was like went quiet. I'm like, I have no idea. So how did the whole story, like what's happened in it?
So basically, one second. So they were characters who they're in a band. I want to write a book about it sometime because it'd be really funny actually. But it's like they're in a band called Wyvern Head because they have a skull of a wyvern on their little like wagon that they roll around, and then they heard of something about a treasure or something up in the mountains of their town called Chilheim. It's like it's icy mountain, so they go up there, and then there's like a shining light, and they heard like a voice in their heads telling them to like put all the keys together and then unlock me and I'll grant you a wish. and they didn't really trust it that much. But they're like, yeah, might as well. And so they went to all these different locations all over the world, and they got all 4 key fragments, and they put it together. And so they finally did that, like, last session. They got the last one. And so now they're going to go over to it and unlock it. And throughout the game, they were realizing and looking through history books and stuff, it turns out the light, it was actually an old sorcerer named Volzin, who was, like, super evil. And then he had, like, he put a spell on himself just before he died. And, like, his plan was to cleanse the entire world, destroy it, make a new world, basically, because he hated it. That was his plan. And then he almost got away with it, but the armies took him down one day. But he got his soul, like, trapped away, basically, just in case. And so he made a key to unlock himself, but he had to split him up into different places, put him in super dangerous areas, so the only people who were super powerful would be able to actually get those and unlock him. And so they found out, basically, it's a giant trick. Like, they're going to unlock him, and he's going to destroy the world, basically. But they can only destroy the key when it's all together, though. You can't they're invincible key parts, basically. Until you have them together, then you have the power to destroy the key. So that's basically, they're about to go up to the mountain and then do, like, a final showdown thing where they find out, like, all along, like, you have to fight him for real if you want to destroy the key. Otherwise, you're going to leave the key fragments there for other... It's kind of like the ring from Lord of the Rings, you know. It's if someone's going to find it eventually, and then he might come back later, so that's why they have to destroy him. So that's basically it.
But they get tricked.
Yeah, they basically, they went to so many places, did so many things, fought so many bosses. One of the key fragments was in a volcano, and they had to get obsidian skin potions to go under there and find it. And they went all over the place, but it's finally about to be over now. So,
like, oh, thank goodness. I'm done.
I know,
with
because
this.
I had it was a much more simple plot I had, but again, that guy Dan is his name. He's, like, super smart. He's played so many RPGs and stuff, and so he knows what's going on all the time. Like, he knew, like, right from the get-go, the light was tricking him, basically. He's like, oh, this guy's gonna... This guy, he's evil. He's trying to trick us. Like, he knew, like, right... He just knows what's going on all the time. He keeps throwing me off, and I have to keep bending the story because he keeps figuring everything out. It's just... Oh, it's just frustrating. It's nice to have players that are really paying attention, but when they're smarter than you, it seems like it's just annoying. It's like, oh my goodness, this guy.
Like, you almost need to play with him with a story that doesn't have a. It's almost like straight up what it is. It's like, do this and I'll grant you, and they're like, okay, and it actually happens that way, and he's like, what?
Yeah, you'd have to be a lot more role play. What's the word? Like, less structured, I guess. So it's like, yeah, exactly. Someone like him would do better in a game where he literally doesn't know what's going to happen because I keep making stuff up on the fly.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. It's just getting tiring now, coming up with stuff every week. But
he doesn't sit there and quote rules and have a fit about it, does he?
No, so I'm really glad. That's when it gets really annoying. He's a different kind of annoying. It's like. He's he's a really good player, but he just knows everything more than I do, and I'm just
like, crap. I hope I'm doing this right. Am I doing it right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Like the one I was doing. Like, it's like I was barely getting into trying to do like a story for it. I already had it written down, like what was gonna pretty much happen through the story. Like, you know, beginning, middle, and end kind of thing for this campaign, and no, right at the start, the person that usually game masters it is just sitting there complaining about this and that and everything, just to the point where I was like literally one hand behind my back the whole time trying to get anything to run. It got to the point I was like, no, we're done. It's like, I'm not hosting anymore because
like, it's annoying.
Or my say doesn't stick. He keeps he tries to keep challenging it, and it was
rules
just like,
lawyers. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, we're done. He's like, why? Like, why'd you give up now? And you just because it's getting a little hard. I'm like, dude, you're making it hard. It's like, instead of enjoying the game, because the other people are playing, we were enjoying it, but he was making it just like almost like unbearable. Like, you didn't even want to be there. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I hate that. It's like they're the ones who are so annoyed. You read their body language, read not just body, just everything about them. They clearly don't want to play this. And then they're the ones, well, what's going on? Why did we stop? It's like, are you kidding me? Like, you're the reason we stopped.
Yeah, it's like you're almost like he got to a point a couple times. He was like ready to get into like literally a big shouting match or even like physical with it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dude, you know what? We don't need to play this if you're gonna act like that.
Yeah.
So
It's
he's
not even a game anymore now. It's just annoying.
yeah, and like the next week, you're like, we can play that again. I'm like, no, we're done. Oh, why? Why would you do that? I was having fun. Like, oh crap.
Oh my goodness, that reminds me of a.
Because what he was trying to do, like one of them that finally, and he had like literally a fit. He's like throwing dice and all that shit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was having like a child's fit over it.
Ugh.
But I told him I didn't want him delaying to try to then suddenly go first. He's like, I can delay my whole action so I can go first. I'm like, no, let's keep them in order. He's like, but I want to go first. It's like, I'm gonna say no for now. Like until I get the game more understood, I'm gonna say no. But I want to go first, kind of thing. And he just starts freaking out, like literally, like I'm saying, like a little kid having a little fit about it. I'm like, holy hell, dude. And then I was like trying to explain to him, like the reason why I don't want to do that is, what if I say my monsters are delayed, and so even on the initiative order, my monsters go first because they're considered delayed in action, so I get to go first regardless. It's like, well, that wouldn't be fair. I'm like, exactly, wouldn't be fair. And I don't understand why you think you can do it. And just constantly.
Oh boy. That's like my friend, I think I've mentioned this before, like we were making the film together. He just, every time he's over, he's in such a grumpy mood. He's always annoyed at everything. Anytime I tell him to do anything, it's a problem, and he sulks around. And then at the end of each night, yeah, I want to hang out again. Let's do that tomorrow. Like right away. Like, what the heck? He did that like last 10 times. He keeps doing it. Like, he's just so sulky. And then I even brought him up with him. Like, you seem like you're not enjoying this, dude. Do you not want to do this? And he's like, what are you talking about? No, I'm doing great. I don't know. Maybe I was just, I don't know. Maybe I was just tired that day. I don't know what's going on. He just keeps doing it. It's annoying. They do one thing, they tell you another. It's just, I don't know. It's annoying me. I don't know what to do about it. Because it's rare to find people who actually are willing to film, but he hates doing it, but he says he doesn't. It's just...
Like, looks like they're pouting the whole time.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's like, you enjoying this? Or
constantly rolling his eyes and constantly just like, I don't know. But then he was, oh, let's do this again tomorrow. Right when we're done after like, oh, like, are you kidding me? I want like 2 weeks break from you. I don't want to be around you for a while. I don't know.
Had that quite a bit when I did filming too.
Oh yeah.
Someone like, but yeah, they look like they're just not enjoying it at all. I'm like, okay, well, you can just call it good. What are you talking about? It's like, you look like you're having a miserable time. Yeah. Like, okay, well, can you grab this over here so I can set up the same? Sigh. Hi, Crash. If you didn't read my text, hi.
Questions in the house.
Yep, questions in the house. Oh. So Savage Worlds, though, is that like that's what it was, right? Savage Worlds.
Yeah, that's it.
Like who makes it?
Oh,
I'm just curious.
It's a very little known company. I can't even remember. It's so small. It's just they have like they have a couple different, but I don't know. It's an RPG system, but you can do anything you want with it, which I like. It's very fundamental, and you can edit rules. You can, I don't know, you can do any genre you want. They give you so many different skills, you know, climbing, driving, riding, swimming, like all this different stuff. It doesn't mean you're supposed to upgrade all of them. It just means depending on what RPG you are doing, you limit it. You limit what skills exist, basically. So it's like, but it's, there's always a wild die. It's a D6, and then depending on how good you are with it, level 1 is D4 minus 2. If you upgrade something, it's a D4, D6, D8, D10, so on and so forth, and then you can get plus, you know, hindrances or bonuses to them based on what equipment you have, and then you have toughness and parry. It's like, okay, you have 7 parry, so when the enemy tries to attack, they have to roll a dice. If it hits 7, they hit you, otherwise they miss. And if they hit you, then they have to roll for damage, and then if they don't break through your toughness, which could be 8 or 9 or whatever, you don't get a wound. But if they do hit you, you do get a wound. That's like a little counter that sits on you, and then when you have a counter... Yeah?
Hold on.
No,
Slow down. So when you get hit, you know, like on D&D, you have to get past the AC,
yeah.
and they wound you.
Yeah. It's
so
basically that.
Basically just that, those two things.
It's
Or do you got
and
anything
toughness.
like a certain types of saves, or?
Yes, so what happens is, well, in
Hey, like,
Dungeons and
I
Dragons,
rolled a
you have
hit.
Uh-huh.
Do you just then roll for wounds, or is there like an absorption? Like, I have this much toughness, so I absorb this many wounds to the absorption. Or...
Yeah, so basically, once you hit, you surpass their parry, and if they meet the toughness, so if you have 8 toughness and they rolled for damage and they got 8 at least, you take 1 wound. And if they
if they meet it, they just take a wound.
Yeah, at least meet it. And if they get 4 above what your toughness is, that's another wound. It's in increments of 4. Number 4 is used in it a lot, so it's like
the character probably doesn't have a whole lot of wounds then, like base.
Yeah, you have 4 wounds as a knockout, I think.
Okay.
And that's a lot. So it's like if they rolled 12 damage, you have 8 toughness. That's 2 wounds you get.
Oh.
But it's like, that's a lot that they have to get your parry too. And then before you get a wound, you have to become shaken. So shaken means like you can't go, and you have to roll for your spirit check. And if you get at least 4, you're unshaken now. So now you can fight, but you have to wait a turn. But if you succeed with 4 above the spirit roll, then you get you can go that turn as well. So everything's in increments of 4 basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like.
What's the primary dice? Like, you know, on D&D, it's mainly D20.
In Savage Worlds, there is no primary dice because it depends on what your skill is. It's like I have a D6 in fighting, or I have a D8 in spirit. I have a D4 in shooting, and then everything
uses all of them.
Yeah, use all the dice, and then everything has a wild die as well. So you also roll a D6. That's the wild die with every single thing. So if you have a D6 in shooting, you roll 2D6. And you just pick whichever one is higher, basically. If you're a player character, you get a wild die, or if you're a boss or something. But minions and stuff don't have a wild die. Oh. It's just so easy to learn. It's so quick, and it's complicated enough. Like, I don't know. It's just really cool. And then in my version of Savage Worlds, I just did so much to it, where I added like class, because there was no class system in it really. Because it's really basic. It's kind of just like, it's do whatever you want, here's the rules, here's how you play, now you can do what you want with them, basically. And I made, like, a class system, like, here's Paladin, Priest, Warrior, and I gave them, like, skills. Once you reach a certain level, you receive all of these different skills, and, like, and I was experimenting. I didn't know if it was good or not, but when I played it with people, like, everyone really liked it, apparently. So it's like, hey, awesome. So that's the whole point of it, is, like, you just... It's just a lot of fun. I had more fun with that RPG system than any other that I tried. So... That's why I recommend it, but it's not very well known.
I remember you mentioned something about it, but I never really looked into it.
Yeah, it's...
Main reason I ask is so I can try to avoid playing D&D too much if I wanted to host a different game. Because I don't want to host D&D because that gave me a bad taste.
I know, me too. Like, I don't hate it, but I really don't love it either. It's just like, okay, this is... It's literally just the first RPG system, and like that's the reason it's so popular, is because it was the first one, and now everyone's just used to it. But it's like if you actually take a step back and look at it, it's like that doesn't. Why did they have that in there? It's like, I don't know. There's so many abilities. It's a level 2 cantrip, level 3 this, level 4 that. It's like whoa, wait, I'm level. Like it's so confusing. Like,
I mean, give or take. I mean, I'll say the game's good. D&D. They do. It runs pretty well. It's just many people know.
You really have to know what you're doing. Yeah.
In my opinion, it gets pretty stagnant pretty fast because it's just the same old thing. I played 3.5 for a little bit, and then they switched to 4, and 4 was one of the dumbest games I played in a long time.
I heard bad things about 4.
Yeah, it was really centered on combat only. As for like role play,
it
was like literally non-existent. Like, just everything was fight, and that was it. Right? Where's the role play aspect? Why don't you just call this dungeon crawler?
Yeah.
1.0 or something like that. Because it was just, and the GM we have right now on D&D, granted, he knows a lot about the rules and about the combat system, but he has no story, real good story. He
Oh.
like when he describes something, it describes the landscape or the area you're at, but never the characters. The characters are like in the back burner of the whole setup. So if a monster or something like that, none of them say anything. They're all mutes. Nothing seems to, like monsters come up to you. They always just suddenly fight. There's no like trying to listen in or eavesdrop on them or something to that effect. It's like, why do we even know language in this game? Like I play like a half orc barbarian. We're in an orc cave, and we sneak up and you see them, and they're talking. Like, what are they saying? I don't know, just stuff about that. Well, I do know orc, so what are they saying? Just something like that, and nothing. But he describes the land. Like I said, he'll describe like the landscape well, but as for things that are in it, they're really two-dimensional. They're literally nothing there.
No. Yeah, roleplay is supposed to be the biggest part of it. That's what makes it so fun.
I told him like if he would concentrate more on working with the dynamics of his characters or his non-played characters in that game, I think it'd catch more interest.
Yeah.
He's more worried about like how combat system works more than anything. It's like it makes it pretty boring after a while. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And the main reason, I mean, he could play Warhammer Quest real easy because Warhammer Quest is really based on more around the mechanics of fighting. And I get sort of very limited what I can like present in that game. So I'm like, I need another game. That's why I was curious about that Savage Worlds.
Yeah, I would definitely give it a go. In fact, I would, if you're doing a fantasy medieval thing, I can send you over the PDFs of like my rules I have added to it because I spent, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I spent so much time on that, and we tested it. We've played at least like 25 sessions with that, and it worked really well, and everyone thought it was really fun, and the classes seemed really balanced, and it was like, it's like a class system basically. And Savage Worlds doesn't have that, so, and I even made my own sheet for it, like a character sheet. So that was also pretty cool because
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I can send them on over. You just have to learn the rules of Savage Worlds and then just use the PDFs I send you if you want to try them out, because I think they, let's see, like, yeah, it's really cool.
So you got like, where do you get the rules?
Just look up Savage Worlds online. You'll find a PDF.
Oh,
just like a rule book. Yeah.
Well, I don't have like a print.
They do have a book you can get to the Savage Worlds book, or I think they have multiple books. There's like the sci-fi one, and they have a medieval one, and they have a.
Okay.
But it's not really necessary. It's really simple.
I was just curious if it's more like a community kind of game where people just sort of put out like the basic rules and then people just play it, or if it's like a established prints and whatnot.
Well, there are there are established prints and stuff and actual official books you can get. I just don't have any.
But the PDFs.
Yeah, you might be able to get them at game stores. It's not that well known, but I'm sure some game stores do have it. So
probably not around here. Only thing it seems like they have around here is D&D. What's that one? War Machine. That's about it. I swear, game stores around here just suck. Let's have Warhammer, like epic battles, but that fell through around here.
Yeah.
So you wanna learn how to play Shadowrun?
No, I do not. I just don't care. I'm just
It's
like,
like
look, I'm
no.
sure it's good. I'm sure it's fun. I spent so long trying to learn this whole new system, and now we're just jumping onto another one. Like, come on. I'm
That's
just
like
so
my
tired of it. They did this like 3 times already. We learned another one, but we never even played that RP. We only played one session of it. It took so long to learn the whole thing.
What game was that?
I don't even remember what it was called, but it wasn't that fun. I never even heard of it before.
Sort of like that. I'm saying that Savage, that Unleash one. We played
No.
one campaign of it, and we're probably never going to go back to it because it just, I don't know. Like I was saying, the weapon system is way too strong for the armor. Literally on a D6, you'd have to literally roll a 1 to miss and not wound. You don't got
Yeah.
a whole lot of wounds. That's the problem on top of it.
Uh,
Like, I don't got a whole lot of wounds, and I'm getting freaking hit. Nasty Sonic face here. You look like a bulldog, sort of. Angry face.
I'm like a third through all of the pictures now. Because I put an image of the card up on each impersonation. Individually, just finding each picture, downloading it, putting it up. Oh, it's taking a while.
So you're just doing like, just putting the picture over the voice on the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's a film of me recording it, but on the corner I have like pictures.
So it has you just sitting there by the mic talking? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I wasn't sure if it was just like a blank background and the picture pops up and hearing your voice saying it. Do a face reveal. It's like I have.
Yeah. Nobody saw that video though with Sam and I, and that's why, like, where's the face reveal? There it is, right there. Well, where's the face reveal? It's that video right there. Where's the face?
You can see mine, but it's just me screaming in the mic going, "Ow! Send in the reinforcements!"
That's funny.
Like an idiot. You shot in the head with that paintball gun. Ow, that hurt. That makes some cool effects.
Yeah.
A little dust packet and whatnot.
Man, I've had the camera, apparently like the SD card was almost full and then it started getting all weird. And I would record and then it would like stop recording randomly and I wouldn't know that it was doing that, so I had to go back and redo so much and it was such a nightmare and it was so confusing. But I finally had everything all spliced and put together correctly, and it was really annoying. I was like, wait, what meeting did I get up to? Oh crap, and the camera just stopped recording, it didn't warn me or anything, and I don't know what was going on, and so...
What's the worst thing?
What?
When you're filming whatever, and you get back, and it turns out, especially on digital, this happened to me on the first, it was like a new age. It was like when they barely came out with digital cameras that were supposed to be video cameras, like dedicated to that. Anyway, so we went out and recorded a bunch of stuff for this one video. What happened was it's such a new version of camera that it didn't have any kind of safeguard for like impacts or it being bumped, and it erased half of our stuff, more than half of our stuff.
Oh boy.
Just erased it. I was so pissed off. Like, what the freak? We had a bunch of went through the trouble building all these little things that we could like break and blow up and whatnot. So having that all just vanish is massive demoralizer. Oh my gosh. And it was like a day I got a decent amount of people to come up and film too. And that I was like, it literally just makes you like, I don't want to film anymore.
I
I
know.
just
Even if you
lost
lose,
everything.
you just don't want to do it again. The motivation goes away completely.
Not enough when you're filming, like, you know, like doing animation and you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Like crap. But I think it's so much worse because it was like actual stuff you were doing out in the field when it went to crap.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Like stuff you had to remake if you wanted to redo it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you have to reconstruct, and it's like, I'm done. It's like this movie is a flop. Why? It's like I spent a bunch of money on this. I got so mad with the camera, I just gave it away. Like, here,
You
take
just
it.
gave the camera away.
Yep. It's like, take it. I don't
Oh.
want it. Nowadays, it's sort of hard to find any cameras, like dedicated cameras for filming. It's all like phones
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I just want to get a good digital camcorder. That's what I found one. It's like a crappy Chinese one. It was like 120 bucks or something, but it's decent enough. It records 1080p, so
That's nice.
yeah.
But you don't want 4K. You want a 4K one, right? One of my friends just yesterday was trying to get a GoPro, and he thought they'd be like $100. I'm like, no, dude, they're more expensive than that. And like, well, you can get this one here. It's like it only records at like 10p or something like that. It's like, well, this one over here, it's like 200 something, records at 4K. I'm like, how many people at this time have the capability of viewing in 4K? It's like right now it's still quite a little amount.
Yeah.
That's it. He wanted that 4K suddenly, so he didn't get one. He's like, I'll hold off and save up money for that. Lame.
Womp womp.
I want that one. No one's gonna really notice the difference.
Yeah.
Oh well. Just had to get this thing out of my hair. I'm close. After this scene, I got one more scene, and then I'm done.
Oh, nice.
Well, with character animation, anyways.
Oh.
I'll have to go back and do all the flipping backgrounds and that crap.
Yeah.
Then you want to do backgrounds for me, don't you?
Nope. No backgrounds.
I'll pass. I know you like them a lot.
Oh boy. You know, it's funny how film uses 24 FPS.
Yeah.
It's like it just kind of. I think the reason for that was because back in the day it was like a weird. It was just because like that was the perfect compromise at the time between like quality and the images, or like I can't remember, like the quality of it and the speed of it. Like they set it at 24 because it was a compromise at the time what the film cameras could actually do or something.
Yeah.
And then it just stuck forever, even though we can do whatever frame rates we want now, basically.
That's
They just like 24 still, and some tried it, but they look terrible. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to it, but like, oh, The Hobbit, so it uses 48. It looks like trash. It's just like
It looks like a TV show.
yeah, it's like a cheap-looking TV show. It doesn't look like a movie. I don't know. It's weird how they think higher FPS is just better. It's like, I don't know what it is. Like, when it looks 24, it looks so good. I like the way the frame rate looks.
It's smoother looking.
Yeah.
The other stuff almost makes you sick.
I know.
You know, for playing like a video game, having that speed, fine. I understand it, but
Yeah, because you want fast response. And on film, it just looks cheap when it's slow.
And when it has all that extra crap in it, and just everything seems to move too much to the point where it's just disorientating.
Yeah. Even like in video games, they have those little cinematics, and they use in-game graphics, and the FPS is like super high. It looks like crap.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, what? Just do 24. Just render it in 24, then import that into it. Don't do this stupid in-game thing. I don't know. It's harder for them to do that, and it looks worse, and they do it anyway. It's like I don't understand.
Just stubborn people. everyone's gonna like it at that speed. No.
Just, I don't know what it is. They're like, oh, higher FPS, it looks so good.
Or you
Like,
see
no, it
those
doesn't.
TVs that force it to try to be
Yeah.
higher,
Oh
and
my
it looks
goodness.
so janky.
They basically just add in interpolated frames from in between frames, just kind of mix them together. Like this blurry, awful, it's just terrible.
It looks like a really bad TV show. I mean,
I
really
know.
bad.
They boost it like double the frames. So if it's like 30 FPS, that's usually what US TV shows use. Instead, it's like, okay, 60. It looks just so cheap. It looks awful. I don't know what it is.
Ugly.
It's awful. Well,
One of these times I'm gonna have to call you, and then just start narrating me animating.
I just be a narrator, yeah.
Okay, now I'm adding this here, adding this here.
That's the
Love that.
worst.
I know you
Some
like
people-
that.
Some people, they talk to themselves when other people are around, but when no one else is around, they don't talk to themselves.
Be
So
quiet.
I don't know. It's so weird. There's one guy at work who did that. He was super annoying. He was the worst employee ever, but I'm glad he left. But he was like, he would just be dead silent. I would hear him like doing something on the shelf, and as soon as he like comes up to me or I come up to him or whatever, then he starts spewing out. Okay, let's see. I put this here and just talking, just like. What? You were dead silent when you were alone. Now you're talking to yourself because I'm here all of a sudden. Like, talk to me or don't say anything. What are you doing? It's just, a lot of people do that. I just don't get it.
What's there not to get, Ben? Gee.
I guess not.
All right. Well, it's like you're about ready to tell me you're gonna have to head out.
Yeah, I have to get some groceries soon. So.
Oh, yummy groceries.
Fun. I will see you later. Good luck with the stream.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. I'm all alone. Oh, do you play Neverwinter? Oh, wow. Sorry, Crash. I didn't see. I was way too concentrated. Even though I have it right here, I don't see it. This wire's rubbing against that. I played Neverwinter. It's like the... yes, in a way. Let me type that in. Yes. It's not the free to play one. It's one on Wizards of the Coast. There's a couple of Tarray and whatnot make it, but it used to be on Steam for sale. But apparently, certain people, certain operating systems didn't run the game that well, and they'd glitch on them or erase their games or just a number of problems to the point where Steam, I guess, got rid of it for sale. You can still play it on Steam if you got like a copy of it wherever, but you just can't download it from them anymore. So, yeah, I played that like a couple weeks ago with Tovin. We had a little campaign on that going. Ah, what an ugly face. The eyeballs. That thing keeps rubbing on there. Put it over there. Maybe it won't rub now. Let's see here. This is eye shaking. So this is going to be in 3 layers. First layer is going to be this. Just plain and but white. Extend it to where it is. That's pretty short. Oh, well, whatever. Why is it? Because I don't care. Okay, now we'll do the eye. Ding. Refraction. Iris. A pupil. Iris is this, right? Sometimes your eyes remind me of Dragon Quest or Dragon Ball Z Eyes. Oh. Yep. Hey, have you ever seen that Dragon? You probably have the Dragon Ball Z abridged. That one's pretty funny stuff. And put some detail into this here. Just a bunch of lines. That's my detail. Yes. Team 4-star. Yeah. It's been about 2 weeks ago. We went on a marathon watching like the first 2 seasons of it. Freaking like 9 hours long. I was impressed. I'm like, I didn't think they did that much, but I guess when you only watch like one episode here and there, it doesn't feel like a whole lot. When you actually time of it, you're like, ooh, it's a lot of voice work for just doing abridged stuff. Credit to those guys. Sweet. Okay, we'll do. I want to do double or singles. Let's see how this thing's moving. Go back. Let's do it in doubles. All right, so we'll do it in doubles. Hi. Train. And the eyebrow. Whoop. Sweet, nothing's been on this layer yet. I wonder if there's a way on this harmony where you can make it so it doesn't try to snap the next frame to your last drawing on that line. Because that's how this old studios worked, where you would just put a line and it'd stay there. So if you had anything over here, it didn't try to fill it in. Because I really don't like it trying to fill it in. It irritates me. Do you like being watching or watching a show one episode at a time? Binge watching or watching a show episode. I'm sort of the kind that like to just let it wait, like linger. So I'm more of a binge watcher because I like to just see what started, see the middle of it, and the ending to something instead of like have to wait freaking another week to see what happens, and then the next week when you do watch it doesn't conclude any of the answers. I just add more questions more than answers. You're like, what? Come on, I need to know what happened. That's probably the reason why I haven't watched Game of Thrones, is because I'm just going to wait until it's all said and done and then go binge watch it. Had someone sitting there trying to talk Game of Thrones with me. I'm like, nope, don't say anything. Like, you're not going to probably even watch it. I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm just waiting until it's done so I can see it. Adding this IM line there for his pink. Don't want that there. Eyelash. So you've been up to anyways, Crash? Like to binge watch too. Yeah, I just find it a little more satisfying. Done with get everything answered, everything done. You don't have to wait forever to figure out what's going on. All that good stuff. I'm impatient. Who knows? Okay, now we need to connect all this together. Okay. So if I did everything right, it should just be all ready to go. So white first. Thinking, working. Processing lines. There you go. We'll go to the eye. Finishing up an old cartoon I started a year ago. I keep bumping my mic here. Probably hear me hitting it. Starting a week ago, pretty much as of right now. Okay. Going back and getting that caught up, so it's not a have to worry about thinking about like, oh, what was that cartoon cool or not? I don't know. I never finished it. Be like, I went and got it done. I should have colored and shaded this eye and then did the movement. Working my. Okay. Maybe I'll go back and actually do that, but I'll just keep it as is for right now. And go back and actually just recopy that eye, do the detail work, and then just paste it over the other one. You don't have to. Oh, sweet. It did work. Okay. Here. Yeah. Eyelashes. Go 2 shades down. There we go. And it should all set as one look. Oop, see there, that right there, it jumped in there. So I have to go back, and that's why I don't like how it fills it in. I imagine there's a way to make it so it doesn't do that fill in. So it's more like studios where you draw somewhere, it stays there, it doesn't fill in the whole line. So only complaint I have with Harmony right now is that. I saw it and was thinking, oh yeah, I forgot I made this. I'll finish it. Whatever. Here's another question. Out of all your cartoons, is there one you'd like to go back and actually just redo? You're like, oh no, I can make that better. And it's like, I almost in some way want to go back and just like redo it, make it better. Okay, come on, brush. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, is there just a single one that you'd like to go back and like, you know, it hasn't good enough content that you feel like having it redrawn like to look better, that you feel would really give the cartoon that much more value? I mean, obviously going back and redoing them all, but one that you literally have like a soft spot for that you'd like to redo. Dun, 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 dun.
You heard it again.
Am I fine there? Someone's mouth and head. Okay, yeah, that'd be fine in that layer. It's so bad. If I had to choose one, it would be the Game Grumps animated I did. It's so bad.
What?
Was that the one where the guy's filming them from outside and he starts like working himself off or something like that? Am I thinking another one? If I had to choose one, I would like to I think would do better redone. Oh, okay, yeah. Vaguely remember that one. Terrible at remembering people's cartoons and their content. Terrible. I have to think about that. If there's one I wanted to redo, I've done to make it better. It probably, oh no, that would be one I'd want to redo. It'd be the very first one I threw up on Newgrounds, that Contra cartoon. If I could redo any of them, it'd be that one, so I could actually like make it look better. Because it's ugly. I mean, it's seriously an ugly thing. So when I at the time I was just sort of disappointed with it. Like, oh man, I probably could have done better, but at the time, most of that cartoon I drew with a mouse. That's what the plans are. After I get this one done, obviously work on turtles here and there. Was gonna start in like we're gonna rewrite the storyboard one more time to make sure it's. We're gonna rewrite the storyboard one more time and just clean up any of the problems we might have in it. One we have drawn up. It was probably like 2 years ago when we drew up the storyboard for it. Was some of the effects that we planned, we noticed it was in some other cartoons too. And we're like, like we can't do that. We have to get rid of those because someone else already did it. We didn't want to be in any way like people thinking that we're copycatting them. So like we're gonna reimagine what our violent attacking scenes, whatnot you want to call it, our choreograph violence. Rethink them through to make them so they work well and don't feel clunky. Yeah, it'll be fun. I hope it doesn't. The anticipation for it ends up being a complete fiasco. Like, yeah, here it comes down. It's like, oh, it's not as fun as the first one was. Like, oh. Hope I at least try to hopefully we can at least capture the energy of the first one. Or just like flipping out, just whoa! Just screaming and yelling kind of thing. I mean, I guess like it should be easy just to scream and yell and make a bunch of roid noises. Freaking psychoroids. On the last, I might as well just say it. On that last action scene where Sonic's attacking Metal, I'm planning to make it instead of just him spinning and hitting and killing him, I was going to go into making a little more of a violent ordeal right at the end of Sonic taking out Metal. So just finalize on the whole little fight scene there. But just spin, bam, 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 done. I have him like, he's going to hit him a couple times with a spin thing, then he's going to go literally into hand-to-hand and just start tearing him limb from limb kind of deal. Eyeballs. Boop, 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 boop. Tom will probably be confused. Girls doesn't come out, but now there's another Contra. Be like, he'd have mixed emotions. Be like, it's Contra, but it's not Turtles. That's metal. A little too far. I should have just done his eyes right now and then go back and finish the rest of the head. Now I'm just gonna work on the eyes. Oh, sad eyes. If you have like that and you have like smiling, looks like he's like all like mischievous. He's like, I'm gonna do something sort of evil. By where the mouth is with the eyes. That's super sad. That might be like, I'm thinking. And smiles like, I'm gonna do something bad. Or I got an idea. I might not like. I think it's great. What time is it? 3:30? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, done. All I did yesterday was walk some more. At the state fair, yes. Most of the day and most of the night. That's just weird character people. I went to the art exhibit and some were pretty good. Some were laughable. I was holding myself from not laughing because there's people that like sort of watch it, like protect their stuff or like protect the paintings so people don't vandalize them and whatnot. I'm trying to keep myself from laughing. Just when I come around the corner and it's like staring you down, it has this like really creepy stare. I'm like, why do they have this thing right here staring at me? It's creepy. I don't want to walk down that aisle. It stares right down the aisle on the opposite side of it. My friend took a picture of it because he thought it was so weird. Stares in your soul. Granted, like I'm saying, I shouldn't actually draw the reflection of the eye. It should just be only white with no border. Like I said, I already started doing that, so I might as well finish doing that instead of just halfway through the cartoon. Also, that crap vanishes and you're like, what? Their eyes suddenly. Yeah, what I need to practice doing is a lot of facial changes. Just learn how to get like say bashful or shy, like a character in deep thought, or without having to say it to like people don't have to have the word bashful written by, or they have to say I am thinking. You literally just draw it and the audience knows what the character is going through. And do a study on facial recognition and or facial expression, not recognition, facial expression. That way, like I'm saying, I can tell a story without having to say a word. Gee, it must have been something I ate at there. Today I'm a little phlegm. Coughing on the lung butter. No, not lung butter. It's just more like a frog in my throat. He croaks at night and goes. That was my little joke. Isn't that funny? It was so funny. Okay, I'm drawing right here at an eye. Damn, a brow. Over here's another brow. Oh, another eyeball. Yeah, there we go. And right there, and there. That's how you draw an eye. It's like a square with an eye on it. I think I do draw my eyes squarey. Tone was saying something about I draw my mouth and eyes more boxy. Because he draws his really, really round. Like, someone draws his characters, like, you know, the head, and then there's the eyes. And then he puts, like, that on there. I know, so I draw more like that, and they're really squared. Like, his mouth is like that. Mine will be more like that. So all my stuff's... I never really thought about it, but it is pretty squared. Not sure if that makes my characters look worse. Who knows? Maybe I should learn to not draw so squared. Alright. See, I can see how my mouth there, it's sort of favoring the square instead of like a round. They are really squared. I'm gonna quit. Yeah. I'm not sure if it looks any better or if it looks worse. Like if I start drawing tails more of a roundy, do you think it'd look better? Obviously, I'm not going to do it now because, like I say, it's so late into the animation. I got Contra music sort of in my head. Another one I wish, I'd like to do another, but I know I probably won't because I got too much crap on my plate. It's like another Doom. Because there's a lot of Doom stuff, like stuff I could have really played with, but I didn't, because it was in a rotoscope format. I really don't want to do that. It's just too much for a rotoscope. Speaking of rotoscopes, I can't say it's hard. It's just boring to do. That's why I'm having such a hard time with Ninja Turtles, because I get so bored doing it. Even with like music or videos playing, I'll draw like a head and like some of the legs, and I'm just like, I am bored now. I can't do this anymore. And boredom strikes big time with rotoscope. So I'll give credit to people. Anyone's made like a decent length video that's all rotoscope. I'll give them credit for being able to deal with the boredom of it. It's so time consuming because of it. Art feels like it's time consuming. You're just like, oh my gosh. This only took an hour to draw his head. Those for the last three seconds. But my gosh, am I bored. For like flipping hours. You know, I'm gonna be right back. I need to go bathroom. I'm like literally rocking in my chair going, eh. Oh, tripping on the keyboard. Hang on real fast. I have to grab something for somebody that just showed up here. Be a little longer. Okay, sorry about that. Wait. I'm gonna just put this over here. I don't think anyone else is gonna jump in the stream, so I could put that off to the side. He's dead. Who's dead? Who's dead? Dun, 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 dun. Oh. They put up like do like a little gift or some little animation that's like saying that I'm gone. I'll be right back. A little screen. You're dead, you ghost. I died? I died, I did? Yeah. Oh, he's so sad. It's the only good thing about having characters with like big old ears. You can make them go flat like that. Make them look more sad. Like, ew. Only downside to having humanistic ears is because obviously humans can't really or barely move their ears a whole lot of anything. It would be weird. People could actually shift their ears around. Like, ooh. I saw like some weird things that the body would work different. It's like the ear can move, like on a human ear can move or like shut. When it's too loud, the ear will like close on itself to prevent too much noise. Another one I was thinking like, what if people have teeth and they chewed with their throats? They like horrific. See these throats all like wobbling around while they're chewing the food inside the throat. Like the teeth, they had teeth or whatnot, but it was in their throat. So they'd shove food in their mouth and go in their throat, and their throat would chew it up in there. Throat teeth. Yeah, but I mean, you can't like adjust your ears to like zero into like what's behind you or in front of you. Like, you know, like a dog can turn one ear back with the hearing noise, or a cat like whoop, hear what's going on back there. If people could control their ears like that, it'd be pretty wonky. Like our ears just like are literally just attached to our jaw, and the way you move them pretty much is just how you move your jaw. So our hearing's not as advanced as dogs and cats, even though they act like they're at times they can't hear crap. But the upside, certain things don't hurt your ears, like a train going by going, and you're like, oh, God! Start howling. Oh! You ever wonder like how an animal reasons or thinks? Like they see, like let's say they see a car, like how does their mind process it to think like what a car is in their head? I don't know. Tails being sad. Sad tails. Ooh.
I'm gonna get hurt again.
He's gonna get hurt again. That's smaller. I don't want that cuff there that big. No, here. I think all cars is one of their own in it. But how would they think it? Like how people think, oh, car, English, or whatever language they may be speaking. But it's a dumb question to even ask, so. So, Crash, are you gonna animate me a Tails with a giraffe head or a giraffe neck? You can have a wrecking ball. have him going around breaking buildings, going, and that's the whole video. No. I know you don't. I'll put God's hand right now. Get that done. It's so just off the wall weird. I was like, what in the world? I was like, what were you thinking when you come up with that idea of Tails with a giraffe neck using his head as a wrecking ball? Dun, 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 dun. Well, the good thing about that kind of sense of humor being weird is people don't anticipate what's going to be said or done. It's so off the wall that it catches them off guard a lot. I feel like my sense of humor is too known or too like you can literally call out what I'm going to do next. At times, it can feel stale, almost cliched. At times, anyways, I feel. I don't think anyone expected that one Sonic cartoon I made. I'm in love with the Sonic dolls. Everyone gives this, what the F? I get that like every freaking day. What the F did I just see? Cartoon. Or they have to comment even though they have nothing to comment on. Here I go again. I'm drawing the whole body again. Oh, darn it. I need right now. I'm trying to do is draw the hands in. Get the hands in. That way. Unless I would draw like little parts, like ink a little part, go back, do a little more. That doesn't feel so tedious in its own way. That makes sense because I feel like you're gaining ground when you're doing it. If you do like one thing, do it all, move to the next one, and then you do that for a bit, you look back and you've done like 5 frames, like, oh, I barely got anywhere. That's why even though it's probably the same amount of time, it feels like more is getting done because you got all the way through and like, okay, now I can go back and go through another set of things. It's a way of tricking yourself to feel like there's more being done. So such a, I can't say mundane, but pretty close to mundane, monotonous, repetitive. No, this is repetitive here though. Animation is repetitive. Same thing more and 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 over and over. It's like a pattern. I guess it sort of reminds me when I used to do chainmail. I used to like make chainmail. It was really repetitive. Doing the same pattern over and over and over and over and over to the point where you start do a bunch of rings, add in a link, I mean like a section, and add the new section instead of trying to widen it and do all that. You just go for a section. I'm just always trying to find ways to make my mind not feel like it's more than it is. Maybe. Hey, oh boy. How was I humming Doogie Howser and D right there? Pass there. Dun, 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 dun. On this cartoon, the music, I'm just going to use music from YouTube's free source of music. I just don't want to deal with trying to find music for this. Because last time it was just a pain in the butt to get anything. Like, I swear, like 3 weeks almost to get the right to those music. I'm just like, fuck, not if it's going to be this difficult. Screw it. I was thinking of asking DMAC, but he seems to be inactive lately, and I'm just worried that I won't get anything answered from him. Last thing on any of his videos has been like a little over a year. I'm like, I'll ask and wait 3 weeks and nothing will answer, and then like a month later he'll respond like, yes. I'm like, I already used something else. That happened on the other animation. Couple answered, like I say, about a month or more later for that. Try to get the music. I'm like, it's too late. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, isn't it fun watching me draw gloves? I like drawing gloves. Boom, boom. Now let's draw the arms. The arms in there. I'll just do the whole body now. It's close. Just arms and mid-torso. Yeah. Oh. Ding. So quiet. Okay, I might have to cut this short and go eat some food. I'll starve to death. That would be a very big inconvenience. Starve to death. So I fixed my computer sounding like a jet engine. That's cool. What was scaring you off? How'd you fix your computer for not sound like a jet engine? Shoulder in there. Shoulder a little high. You can go more like that. Matt, his shoulder's going to end up being up in his forehead or at his temporal lobe. I'm just going to go back to working on the arms because I got fur here now I need to work on. Dun, dun, dun. I'm scared of touching my PC because I might break it. Oh. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be really timid. When I like took a car apart, I was literally like, okay, I guess I broke it, kind of thing. Like I just set that in my mind, like it's probably broken now because I pulled it apart. Eventually got it back together and it worked. So if your PCs or computers, if you don't, if you're new to it, it's creepy as sin to try to pull it apart. Thermal paste for what? Did you take the thermal paste off this CPU or the GPU or whatever? The CPU. Just 3 days ago to get it going again. It wasn't. Ooh, did you put new thermal paste on? I hope you did, because you don't. You'll burn your computer up once it does anything slight slight work that it requires it to work a little more. Sucker. I'd be assuming you did. And if you did do thermal paste, what kind of thermal paste did you use? My PC was overheating because of the dirt, and when I removed the paste, and yes, I bought and replaced it. Okay, good. Dude, don't run your computer anymore until you get that crap on there. Cook your computer. How'd you clean the rest of it? Did you use a brush and whatnot to brush most of it out? Did you use like air in a can? Air in a can is fine as long as you don't like try to blast it like the can completely downward. Because what it does is it actually has liquid in the can. People like say no, it doesn't, but it does. If you shoot your can completely straight down, you get liquid, like liquid crystals that come out of it and can damage the components in there. I'll get some nerd on there. Wrong. And actually, I looked at a video and it said it doesn't. Yeah, it's like the air in a can's fine as long as it's not like being sprayed completely straight down. So that's bad on your computer. It's best like to have the computer standing upright and you're like parallel with it. Like the can is parallel with the tower and you just it's great for that. The biggest mistake I did is I had my old Xbox and it was getting dusty and I grabbed an air compressor and used that. Needless to say, I ruined the Xbox doing that. After that, it just kept having these weird glitches and pretty soon just stopped working altogether. Like, oops. Yeah. Like I say, and on that, it's like the biggest thing is just don't spray the can downwards. Yeah, there's a lot of like wrong. Well, actually, what you're doing, blah 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 blah. Like if I was to show people like how to clean a PC, I'd probably just grab a brush it, and so they'd be like, oh, their lips would vibrate, like trying to figure out how to get around that. It's like, well, you can't get a brush wet. That's the big thing I hate about YouTube. people always trying to correct each other, trying to sound like the smart one, trying just to be smuggy about what they do. It drives me nuts on that. Deadly Savage, hello. One video had a guy doing a CPU fan by accident, and all the comments were crying over it like animal abuse. Yeah. Just working on putting the mouth in. There's my square or rectangular mouth I do on my characters. Dun, dun, dun. Yay. Drawing mouths are so much fun, isn't it? Still thinking of trying to do a Discord episode. I'm not sure if I'll do it on my main channel or not. I'm afraid it'll become a complete fiasco. Get the teeth in, the tongue. Do animation for a while and you go and watch them like Family Guy and watch the mouths, how they draw them. Actually, pretty bad. Look like they're flashing. Looks like their mouth's like blink, 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 blink. They produce so many of them so fast that the synchronization to the mouth is not their most important part, apparently. Yay. So either pronouncing an L or an M. And how they do the same animation poses. Yeah, they pretty much have like a big old surplus of character poses. They just have like I say, and they guarantee they have a big old like gearbox in a way, like where you just stuff it full of whatever. It's like, oh, we got these hands. Okay, put that hand in there, put this hand here. I mean, I don't blame them when they're trying to make so many so fast. It's just more like I like to take it apart and see how they do it, or just study on it and okay, that's how they do that. It's just the mouth. Mouth is, in my opinion, the weakest part to their character animations. As for like the poses and stuff, yes, granted, I've seen so many of the same poses pop up so much. You're like, oh, there's it. There's that same hand, the same posture, same. Come on, mouth. An O or a W. It's starting to get rounded. Oh, it's not. It's a. Okay. I don't know why I have it sort of rounded right here. I guess when you pronounce, you sort of do round your mouth a little bit. Her. Dun, dun, dun. Get the tongue in there. Sides of the mouth. Yay! Part looks bad though. I need to at least hook part of it and then just do a little line there. Yeah. As I know, in the Sonic animations, they really don't draw much of a lower lip. They just have a mouth. Which, in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of. I like to have some kind of lip. Dun, dun, dun. Am I there yet? No, not yet. Teeth. draw too many frames of the mouth. Why don't you have any cells? Or letter, you can just have them go right back to that cell. I don't know. I'll just control copy it. Tell you the truth, I don't understand the whole cells thing. Like how they make like, oh, this cell you can bring back in and it does it. Or I can just hit Control C and then paste it. There we go, it's there. There and there. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Be right back. Okay. I should redo that song I made back then. Some song I wrote. I should start around the. Oh, I remember now. Sorry, I'm just mumbling to myself. It's what you do when you're not talking to anybody. Try to carry on a conversation so people can hear it, and it ends up being like, what did I eat yesterday? Or, man, I should try that out next time I go over there. You know, just some silly crap. Like, probably don't care what you're mumbling about. Why is your eye yellow? Oh my gosh. It's right there. Do that. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. I'll get to you in a second. There. And there. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Okay. Oh, nope. There we go. Back. You're back in the saddle again. I'm back. Back in the saddle again. Gosh dang it. Apparently I'm not shutting these lines good enough for it or something. Bloody! Nope. Ding, ding. Where else would I be coming from? Do this way, maybe. There we go. Do that way so it's not so ready to jump out on everything I try to color. Only downside the paint everything that it's not painted is it tends to be more out to jump into every little single opening you might barely have. It's easier to paint with when it comes to trying to dodge lines. Okay. And my top part covered. Yeah, it's gonna think about it. Like, well, I don't know. There's that top part up there. Shut that. There we go. Now it'll shut. Maybe. Yay! The best part about painting or coloring is you get to see like the character in, I consider it the solid form. You see the solid form of your character. It's a bunch of lines and whatnot, and you get to see them all in there. Like what, because the color covers it so it looks more solid. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Maybe. I don't know. Noise. Just to keep myself entertainment. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Uh-oh. Missed an arm. So sad. Eyes and nose. Guess I can go right back to the unpaint thing, so I don't have to worry about coloring the line. Just drag it. Dragging a cursor. I hope I don't color my line art. What are you doing? Right there. Sweet. Did not get his nose. Eyes, base color of it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know what that's from. Dun, 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 dun. That doesn't bother me. That song's from maybe just humming. Sweet. Now for the whitewash. Why don't you just color all that white? It's because there's slight shade. I mean, it's hard to tell the difference, but there is a shade there. I could have probably went one shade darker on his fur, but no. You know why? Because I'm lazy. Like coloring mouths black. I think coloring black bad. I'll call them just a dark red. They call me tongue. Okay. Make sure it's a tongue and not the tooth. It was a tooth, so. Yeah, he's gonna have his teeth showing for a sec. More tongue. Whoa! I didn't get that there. I done screwed up, man. Big dang ding there. Okay, now teeth. Ding 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 ding. Yay, teeth. Yeah, perfect teeth. Except for the other shot. The other shot, he had like some ugly teeth. His teeth are thinning. Not sure real fast. Right there. His teeth are thinning out. I had to do one shot, just overdone shot of his teeth doing some weird stuff. I should just do a whole animation. I should have done the whole animation, just really horrible teeth and facial expressions, just for the hell of it. It made me laugh, but I'd had everyone up in arms, like, "No! What are you doing to my characters?" Boink.
Oh, I'm gonna get hurt again. Am I?
Oh, yeah, this is a pretty standard shot here. I might be able to get this part done. Call it. That's probably gonna be the worst part of this one. 1, 2. So it's tails layer, mouth layer, leg that's stationary, and hand. So I need 4 layers. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to draw tails on that layer. Okay. Hopefully he moves at all though. So it's like literally only his mouth and the hand above moves. And this is why I hate. No, I'm not a big fan of right here with Harmony, because it just extends his crap there. So I imagine there's a way to get rid of it so it doesn't do that. I don't know how. It's still pretty new with this program in its own ways. Last scene, but for the action scene, I still need to go and do. But this is where it ends right here with him all waiting for his beating. So it crushes his fist. I was thinking of having like sound effects, like you hear him screaming and getting beat up, but I was like, we can leave that to the imagination of the viewer. Or does the viewer not have imagination anymore? I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to draw without it jumping in my way. I think you're right. That's probably a way to get around it. I'm just too used to studios where wherever I draw, it just adds it without trying to extend everything. I think the reason why they did that, let's say if I was drawing here, I have a pit thing here and it moves so far, and instead of having an extent, so I tell it to extend, I just draw and it'll extend it for me. I think that's the idea of why they did that. I don't like it. Since this song I'm gonna play here real fast is not copyright, it's one from YouTube that has no licensing on it, so I can use it for free. I was gonna show you the song I'm gonna use for the fight scene. There's a bunch of this stuff so I can get to my desktop. Gee. Artwork, animation, music. Okay, so this is the idea of the fight scene song I was going to use. So that's that song. I can obviously crop it where I need to. And the song's called Metal Race. So, he's fighting Sonic Metal Race. I thought it was pretty clever. And I just picking around, trying to figure out what else. I wasn't a big fan of that one because it was just grungy. There's one of these I was thinking for, like, where he's sneaking around. Right here. This is like the sneak around one. When he's getting to Robotnik's place. Wouldn't be too long. It'd be just a few seconds of it. Anyways, there's that one. And I was thinking for, like, when Sonic's trying to escape, when Robotnik comes up and he tries to escape. I think it might have been this one. Right here is like him running for it while the place is exploding. So F7, let's see if that helps. Okay, press F7 to add a keyframe. I'm not getting a keyframe. Maybe it's F8 for me. No, that's a symbol. Right click, see if it. Oh, my F7 deletes keyframe. Huh. That does the. So that's like Sonic trying to run for his life, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do for, like, where he's at back at his place. So just something I downloaded, maybe it'll work, but it might be something dumb like this. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna stop that song anyways, but that was just some calmer song to use maybe for it. It's called Create Empty Drawing to Add Keyframe Function. That's a big name for something to be like add keyframe. Create empty drawing keyframe with frame and stuff. You guys still planning to move to Idaho? Or has that changed? I don't know. That's where I live. If anyone wants to know, where does Cowboy 106 live? Idaho. Oh. Well, that's not cool. Damn right. I don't have anybody that will bother me. It's on top of a mountain. Just animate on top of it. My log cabin.
Am I?
Some hell on this part. Leg. Like leg hair. No, it's one of those things. That's why I asked, like, if it was still a go. Cause I swear a couple times that, like, you said you're gonna be doing something, and then out of the blue they decide no. It's like literally they were just driven. My decisions are driven off emotion more than logic. I'll just say right now, you don't want to move to Idaho because I don't want anyone here. It's all mine. Mine alone. The less, the merrier. I can go, go outside and like, stretch and yawn, make a noise, and no one's like, what is he doing? Staring me down. You're like, what's your problem? Too many people around, and they'll see me like out there yawning, and they'll stare and like, I'm gonna call the cops because he yawned. What? He's yawning too loud. He's disturbing the peace. Because I'll do this thing where I'll wake up in the morning, go outside and yawn, and I'll just like, it'll be like under the, just in the lungs, it's just like really loud, like almost to a yell. And where I live, it's like, there's neighbors, but they're definitely earshot, or they just don't give a crap or something. But I sense in the city, if I did that, people would be like, oh my gosh, he's a crazy man. Better be careful. Run away. Woo! That, and I can go somewhere without bumping into people constantly. Like, I'm going to go fishing or something. Go on a stream by yourself. Water, quiet. I had like 50 people. Oh, excuse me, I'm coming by. Excuse me, coming by. Like, get out there. Good. Stay there. People want you anyways. What, the yawning? Oh, I bet you not coloring it. I need to finish the drawing. Wrong layer. There we go. This needs to be extended. Extended. Okay, there. It's a sad thing I haven't eaten anything today. I just woke up, walked around, thinking maybe one of my cats died from last night, and came back inside. Then started animating. What a freaking waste of a day. No, that's animating's not a waste. Obsession. Yeah, like last night, the dog was barking like mad last night. And I was like, what's the dog barking at? He's like flipping out. And this dog hates the cats. And I thought I put the cats up. And I released the dog, and I saw a dog running around, like going freaking nuts at night. I was trying to call him to come back, but he wouldn't. Because it's my brother's dog, and I thought maybe there's a raccoon out in the garden taking down the corn. I'm like, oh no, it's probably out there destroying the corn. So I let the dog out, and I realized one of the cats was outside, and I couldn't see anything, but dog might have went and killed the cat. I'm not sure yet. But if it did, then that sucks. Bebo will be remembered. Like poor Bebo. Hoping it wasn't, but I just have a bad feeling it was. He wasn't chasing. He was barking like mad because he just wanted the cat, and I let him out to go do it without knowing. I thought I let him out to go chase raccoons away from the corn. Oh, please don't. Not Bebo. You're laughing at poor Bebo. Oh, it's in its own way. Me just randomly saying that. It is funny. What did you do today? Well, I gotta go see if my cat died. And like, what? So in a way, it's funny because it's just out of the blue. People's little shit, anyways. The other cat's in my room right now, actually. Ninja. The jerk. Because I'm just going to repeat this. So I'm trying to keep it on that red line somewhat so it doesn't look like a complete fiasco. It doesn't look like his hand's like completely jitter. Completely jitter. Complete jitter. Gee. I can't talk. Hey there. Hey there, feller. Get four. Get four. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy. Paste. Paste. I could do just repeat cycle, but I'm too lazy. Right. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Gee. Time flies when you're having fun. Am I having fun? I don't know if I'm having fun. Damn it, Tail, stop turning yellow. Your big all yellow belly. There we go. I'll just go with. Oh, no, I need to get the glove too. Sweet. Like sweet corn. Oh, yeah, he's a one frame guy. Beep, beep, beep. I can go back to this. No! Doggone it. Oh, God, wrong. Ladybird's watching. Bobby, what's wrong with you? My hand kill's bad, I know. Nose, eyes, ears, mouth, and nose, knees and toes. Eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. Beep, 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 beep. Soul. Back to white. No. No. There we go. Grab a tip of the tail. No. No. There we go. Now I can go back to the white. Yeah. always like, I want a pet fox. You better get it when it's young. If it's not young, holy crap, it'll tear you apart. Wild fox are nasty little suckers. They'll, like, drive themselves against the fence, like, because we caught a couple around here, but let them go. I didn't kill them or anything because fox is too pretty of an animal to like kill, kind of thing. So we caught one, and it was just trying to get in chickens and whatnot, but we caught it, and we're like, a boil? Could you add a boil effect for tails? No, I don't want them. Well, maybe I could. No. I do, like, has slight wiggle, so it looks like he's shaking, like he's afraid. Instead of just standing there completely stiff like a board. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll switch out my onion skin real fast to the other version so I can see what I'm drawing on top of color so it's not a complete fiasco. I'll do it in 2s. That means I have to sort of edit a couple of my mouths. I'm going to go here, turn on onion skin, go to edit, preferences, drawing, switch it from that to normal. That should bring him into the shot so I can then redraw on top of him. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. Go back over there. There you go. Why is that so short? Oh, it's because I have this up. Get over there. Just where is this bar at? There you are. Okay, great. Oh, okay. Let me get rid of the blue though. I need to get rid of the draft. There we go. I don't have anything interfering with my things. Going out of view. Come back here. Take that part off because that's a little winky. And ding, yay, that looks okay. Seems like a little effect you can do to make it boil without having to do it is only on Flash though. Copy it and then you click on one button and it slightly distorts the lines. Ever so slightly, and it gives the effect of making the boil effect. I can't remember what it was called exactly to get it to do that, but yeah, it was there. Work doing animation with the Kosuke. He showed me that thing. I'm like, oh, well, that's sort of lazy. At the same time, like I would use that sucker so much because I am lazy. I can't say I'm super lazy with animation because at least I draw the frames, not tween them. It might have been that. It might have been smoothing where it slightly tweaks the lines every. Well, it's like you already have, like, say if I had tails as it is, and I don't want to have to redraw the whole thing with him again. If I had the whole thing and I want to make him so he has that slight jitter going on, I can smooth it right here. I know smoothing on this, but you select all the lines, say like this right here, and I have them just in the skeleton. I'd select the whole body instead of like having to redraw it like I'm doing right now. You select the whole body, and you click pink on it, and it would ever so slightly make the lines like go another direction, like barely, and so it'd give the effect of that boiling effect. I don't draw with 0 on my pencil without some kind of smoothing. So now that you get this sort of little jaggy lines I really hate. Makes the lines look really janky. They'll end up sort of like, so like, if I go like that, it'll somewhat smooth it, or if I draw a line straight, see all those little lines? It'll smooth it up. If I don't, like that, and go across, it just keeps them there. I don't do it too strong though. I do it at, gosh, I can't see it that well. I have to move this guy. Oh, this one here. Move that to there. There we go. That way I can actually see this thing. There, that's supposed to be at 10. I play with is 10 smoothness. More than that, you start losing any kind of line you're trying to make. It'll like, because if it's too smooth around 20, let's say if I go like that, at 20 it'll be like that. And then at 40, it's like literally a straight line. Why there's, I'm like at Studios, that Toon Boom Studios, it was not as customizable on the smoothing. 1 and 2 had such a difference between each other. It was almost in some ways annoying. Like smoothing 1, not enough. Smoothing 2, holy crap! I draw a circle, and the circle ends up like yeah, it's literally like this. Draw a circle in 2 like that. Well, in Studios, a circle like that with 2 on would be something like that. It would really manipulate your line so much. It was irritating. You had up to 10 settings. You imagine what 10 would do. A circle, draw any line, it becomes draw any kind of shape, it become a line. And, be a hard one to zoom in. Why'd you tell me to boil? I'm gonna have to work and edit some of the mouth so it doesn't look like the mouth's not moving when the body's shaking. There we go. Well, too late now. It's like, oh, I did. Oh. There we go. That made that all one vector. Imagine a way to. Yes, I imagine there's a way to flatten it. I'll figure it out later. That way I don't have stuff trying to layer in when I got a color. I'm arguing with myself in my head right now, as you can tell. I'm like saying a word and then I stop and think about something else. I'm like, no, wait a minute. No, do too much, you end up stuttering. And some people that stutter is because they're thinking of too many things at once and they're trying to tell you everything they're thinking, and pretty much they walk on top of themselves. So that causes them to stutter. And others might be they're suffering anxiety. And so they could try to say something, and then they as they're saying it, they like people might be judging what they're saying, so they get a little creeped out by it or freaked out about it, and so they want to stop talking, but then they feel like if they stop talking, they're going to look even worse. They end up going. I don't make fun of people for stuttering. It's a quick move to do to somebody. You're stuttering. You're perfect, huh? Sounds like you. As in which one? Like the. Trying to think of too many things at once. You try to say a word and it ends up. You're pretty much interrupting yourself in a way, stumbling over yourself. Or is it more the anxiety one? Where you're talking to somebody and you start to like, oh crap, I don't know what I really want to say or whatnot, and so you want to stop, but at the same time, like you're saying, you want to stop. You feel like if you stop, you're going to look weird, and so you start trying to keep the conversation going, but ends up just situation worse. There's times where I'll literally do that, and I stop in dead sentence and just stop talking, and people are like, well. Like, crap, I don't want to say what I want to say because I don't even remember what I was going to say, and now I'm just going to look even dumber. What I find myself doing a lot is I'll add words. Like, say if I'm reading something out loud, I'll add extra words to it that don't exist. I'm like, why do I freaking do that? Why am I'm sitting there reading something, and it'll be like they went over to the store. Let's say they went over to the store, and they went over to the store. I put like and in there, something stupid like that. Why am I? Generally, I'll do it mainly if I'm reading out loud. Like say, but people want to hear what something needs to say, or I'm reading something from some game and they want to hear it, and I'll add stupid words. I'll add words. Yeah. It's not like I'm trying to manipulate what people are saying, like in the text. I would just be reading out loud and just add extra words in there. I talk to myself when I randomly run into someone and I come quiet and get embarrassed. Why are you talking to yourself? Yeah, why are you talking? I can understand that. Usually if I'm talking to myself, I'm trying to troubleshoot something. I'll talk to myself to sort of like accumulate my idea of what I'm trying to consider. Like once it's sort of like, okay, there's something weird when they get into a full-fledged argument and it's really about nothing. Why are you arguing with yourself in like this type of way? That's a little strange. I can see like someone's like, let's say they're working on something and they're like, all right, I need to get this done here, but what if I can't? And, they just not necessarily arguing. They're just sort of trying to problem solve what's going on. Like, okay, if I add this like something here, whatnot, will that cause this? And then you're like, I don't know if it will. And I could see like someone then coming up like, ooh, yeah, weird. What the hell? It helps me. There's times I'll talk to myself while animating while I'm trying to figure something out. But going full-fledged, like right now, trying to do a full-fledged like talking, and there's no one like responding to it. I can't do that. I can't do a conversation by myself completely. It's a habit. I'm always talking to myself when I'm alone. I argue with myself too. I'm self-cautious about it. Why are you arguing? Stop arguing. You go like dead quiet when someone comes by. You're like, oh, shut up. It's like hiss at him. You jump over some balcony and float to the ground and run away on all fours. I know that's. Shut up. Ready for this? Create cycle. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think would be fine enough. Yay. Okay.
Am I?
Yeah, that looks fine. There's a little wiggle.
Am I?
Okay, now I need to go back on the mouth and fix some of the. Well, that one there, how it jumps between, it'll give a terrible strobing. It's not moving with it. So I have to go back, get rid of that mouth. Add it. Oh, there we go. Oop. Just so it has a little. No! Bloody. There we go. There we go. Ding, ding. See how it does that shift again? I can't have that. Pretty much, it's called strobing when an animation is it moves without an actual frame to move it. If that makes any sense, probably not. Usually the biggest thing that causes strobing in animations when someone animates in twos, but then like tweens it or makes it move in ones. Like say if you're animating a character walking in twos, and you go back and like, okay, I'm gonna move him from like say a screen. I'm gonna move him from this point to this point walking across. I animate him in twos, but when you move them across like that, what happens is they move in ones. And so character will do what you call strobing, where his leg will be here. Next shot, the next frame, instead of his leg moving to a whole new spot, it slides across without the character moving at all. And so it'll be the same frame, but he's in a different spot. Called strobing. And the reason why it's strobing is because when you watch in full motion, the character seems to strobe or slightly, like your eye will pick it up as like almost a jittery movement. No, shut up. I don't think anyone really cares to hear about that. Probably making no sense to anyone. Oh boy, now I have to do it here too. Didn't. Oh, okay. You delete it there. Not. There we go. Fun. Okay, we're gonna extend that one. And then get rid of that. There we go. So now I got them back. Copy. No, I'll just do cycle. How many cycles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6. Oh, I didn't do the cycle right. That's supposed to be 6. Let's do this again. Create cycles. Maybe I did something wrong. 6. What in the world is going on? Create cycles. Let's do 10. 10 cycles. That is not doing it. Okay, well, I'm just going to do it this way then. Since I'll be dumb and not giving my cycles. What in the world? I must have a frame over here, something jumping out. There you are. You horrible little... There. Get rid of these that are all... Okay. So it stops complete. Absolute. Okay, now let's try cycles. Maybe it was having a problem with that one frame there. Now let's do 6 again. Not 61. That'd be terrible. That is not 6. Freaking 2 frames. 2 there and 2 there. That's freaking 2. That's 2. That's 2 times itself. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay. Oh, where are you going? Is there something else over here hiding? Where is this thing at? Okay, I'm going to find it. What? What? Okay, screw that. I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. Come on. Do you have a name for your other person? So I hope you don't. It's one thing you don't want. No, why are you... Go back over there. Bars. Okay, this thing's going nuts. Go away. Oh, wow, now my line there is going nuts. Okay, and I have to go back and clean up some extra lines. Let's see here. There, go to tails, go to mouth. Turn that off. Okay. Get the tongue. Right.
Calmate, am I?
Bye.
Calmate,
Calme.
Calmate, am I?
Calme backwards is MI. Calme? Other person. Well, like you said, in conversation with myself, like I'm talking to another person. So I'm like, I hope another person doesn't have a name. I'm making Mario brother noises. Oh, okay.
Holy cow!
Full body stretch there. Oh, that was good. I can work for hours now. Oh. The rest of this is just going to be me adding shadow, and I don't know if I want to
Calmate,
have people watch me adding shadow. And I'm getting hungry, so I might... Hang on, what's going on here? No, seriously, what the f is this? Why? Oh, I know why. Okay. That extended itself. Okay.
Sonic?
I'll just play this through and see if anything's gone wonky. Okay.
You ready for another adventure? adventure, we
Hang on. Let's box you up so I can see it.
can save all our animal friends again. We'll have so much fun. Sonic? Right? Sonic? Oh, I'm gonna get hurt again. Am I?
All right. I didn't say anything.
Get ready for another
Like
adventure.
frames
We
jumping
can
out
save all our
anywhere.
animal friends again. We'll have so much fun. Sonic? Right?
Hang on.
Sonic?
Where's this right?
Yes.
Something flickered. Yeah, there we go. There's the flicker. Oh, white. I think. Let's do this frame. Maybe that frame. There we go. Okay, go one more time through, trying to catch any color flashes.
Get ready for another adventure. We can save all our animal friends again. We'll have so much fun. Sonic? Right? Sonic? Oh, I'm gonna get hurt again. Am I?
All right. The only thing is Sonic's leg sock. Too much Sonic. I could agree more. Train runs Sonic and tails over.
Am I?
Dun-dun-dun. Okay, well, I'm going to call it good for right now. I'm going to go eat because I'm flipping hungry. And like I say, I don't think people want to hear me gabber and talk about stuff while shading. Shading is such a fun thing to watch. All right, so talk to you guys later.